Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please go to isupk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
Everyone west. Everyone west. Everyone west. Everyone.
I'd rather die like a man than live like a coward. There's a ghetto up in heaven and it's ours. Black power, 144,000. I'm just trying to make 144,000. 144,000. I'm just trying to make 144,000. One body, one face, one Lord. Feel like I can take over the world with one sword.
ISUPK, Trinidad and Tobago, under Commanding General Yahanna. We will be live on the streets, 91.9 FM. Every Thursday from 7 p.m. Hosted by Captain Zawapyala and Officer Maskwayak. ISUPK under Commanding General Yahanna, live every Thursday night from 7 p.m. on the streets, 91.9 FM.
I'd rather die like a man than live like a coward. There's a ghetto up in heaven and it's ours. Black power, 144,000. I'm just trying to make 144,000. 144,000. I'm just trying to make 144,000. One body, one face, one Lord. Feel like I can take over the world with one sword.
They need food, housing, clothing. They need counseling. They need understanding of what's happened to them. They need an identity. They need to know the truth about the Lord. They need to be woke up to who the devil is. That's right. White man. That's what the hell they need. And you add that to black people, Latinos, and Native Indians, brother, then you're going to be able to do something. The whole reason I'm here saying these things to you, because these things are supposed to show you and give you hope. It's supposed to make you say to yourself, you know what, we got a kingdom coming. You know what, the Lord's judgment is coming. You know what, let's change our life. Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please go to isupk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
Everyone west. Everyone west. Everyone west. Everyone.
I'd rather die like a man than live like a coward. There's a ghetto up in heaven and it's ours. Black power, 144,000. I'm just trying to make 144,000. 144,000. I'm just trying to make 144,000. One body, one face, one Lord. Feel like I can take over the world with one sword.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my houses. Yes, you said, sir.
Should a murderer go to jail for murdering?
Absolutely.
Should a thief go to jail when he steals?
Absolutely.
Should a robber pay back the money he robbed?
Absolutely.
So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did?
That's right. That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacles set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never a home, only a place of captivity, save facility, hating disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting, the trail of my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be, slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage is safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash, get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I'm back gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember Yahanna's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in this body, you fit a Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they making oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in a world of mad shooters. Devils design fire for our babies to pass through it. And the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
I'd rather die like a man than live like a coward. There's a ghetto up in heaven and it's ours. Black power, 144,000. I'm just trying to make 144,000. 144,000. I'm just trying to make 144,000. One body, one face, one Lord. Feel like I can take over the world with one sword.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isubk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're...
Dear hater, you for real hater? Must not be on like you say. Must not be getting no real paper. Real paper. Real paper. One West, nigga. Dear hater, you for real hater? Must not be on like you say. Must not be getting no real paper. Nigga can't have more than you. You know them niggas will still hate you. Damn. Those are characteristics in a pussy nigga nature. Talk that shit behind my back, but be on mute when it's the facial. Smiling in my face, but you can't hide all of that hatred. I'm too silent, you a snake. I see that shit a mile away. Man of war, and I'm not sorry. Blame that shit on UPK. Pussy ass nigga, you a pussy ass nigga. Oh, you confused, you think pussy ass nigga. This ain't drag racing while you got that drag with you. I'm a bad getter, pull up with two bad bitches. Masculinity be the reason she into me. She say she loving all that big priest energy. Don't remember me when I step in the facility. I'm screaming as UPK, fuck the enemy. Oh, hey, this that one West world shit right here. Think I ain't got the bitch on me, you tripping, homie, that bitch right here. Brown liquor, don't skip that clip. Cloud of vision, let's get shit clear. I ain't even fucked around, homie, put the crown on me, yeah, this my year. Yeah, yeah, and I do this shit for my niggas who solid. I ain't resent for I truly acknowledge you ain't in this truth and you ain't in this body, cause bitch, you one body. We see it coming cause we really prophets. Oh, want you about it, but you didn't stop it. A hard head make a soft fast, I guess that's why you stop with your soft ass. Hood nigga that can outclass, bougie bitches who talking about class. Soon as you cut a motherfucker, they be like, why you talking to me like that? Valuable lesson, before you judge, I will check the reflection. Real love is correction, real love is perfection. Ain't a flaw in it, this is raw business, brotherhood is a weapon. Fuck around and get stepped on, try to step, watch how you step. Fuck around and get stepped on, try to step, watch how you step. 10 times out of 10 when we get it in, nigga, it's a win. If you ain't in the UPK, then nigga, it's a sin. Cause it's only one body, one truth, nigga, one spirit, yeah, one God. But when the shit hit the fan, pussy nigga ran, they got in the win. When niggas saying he was down, when really the nigga switch. Niggas saying he a ride for you, when really the nigga snitch. Really the nigga quit, hey, really the nigga bitch. Yeah, and I'm just telling you the truth about it, this ain't even a diss. Yeah, this how them niggas be acting. Talking that shit like they really be about it, but when it come down to the action, that's when you find out that they lacking. That's when you find out that they acting. And fucking with my niggas, it's a sure way to end up in the casket. Bitches us against the masses. I don't mind getting dirty, but watch how I clean it up when it get nasty. I lift that Nina up and get the flashing, just cause I love my niggas with a passion. Yeah, ooh, just cause I love my niggas with a passion. Borders of blue and fringing for the fashion. Yeah, you understand me? We standing tall on what we believe in. Yeah. Either you stand on something or you fall for anything. Believe that. Look. And if you standing on the wrong thing, you falling anyway. One West. Lost tribe.
I'd rather die like a man than live like a coward. There's a ghetto up in heaven and it's ours. Black power, 144,000. I'm just trying to make 144,000. 144,000. I'm just trying to make 144,000. One body, one faith, one Lord. Feel like I can take over the world with one sword.
This a Batman tune, I promise you. This shit lit, cuz. This shit lit, alright? Run that joint.
Niggas looking for the light. Me and my niggas prepared for the dog. Yeah. So we gon' get it on for the last days, nigga.
in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out. Earn your stripes, dog, you with us or not. We can get it on when it's on, it don't never stop. First you get that power, gotta hold it down. Watch your step, boy, you on holy ground. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war, let's see who make it out. It's a problem, tell them pop off. I die for, I let my colors fly, boy. For a nigga take me, they a drop dead. AR, clean them up like a mop pig. J. Cool, he bad, he really so tough. They like, damn, look what he did to Billy go rough. Little bitch, think she Kiki Palmer, silly hoe. She know I'm that bull, but I ain't from Philly though. From the city where they sing about that ribbon like petty poops. Know them niggas plotting, gotta deal with me. Can't catch me slipping, got to steal with me. Just left Alabama, bought a chopper from some hillbilly move. He made my life feel the blade. Leave them all bruised, come through like a plague. Rebel off the leash like a dog out the cage. Call me Johnny Blaze, I'm one West May. Watch your step get stretched like a limousine. So my brother bring that blade back wet, that's by any little nigga, this that call, need to talk. Niggas know I got blood in my cup, I just sip it like it's grenadine. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war, let's see who make it out. Earn your stripes, dog, you with us or not. We can get it on when it's on, it'll never stop. First you get that power, gotta hold it down. Watch your step, boy, you on holy ground. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war, let's see who make it out. Tell them niggas good night, here come the bitch. Look, told them niggas get right or get left. You PK bad man, I pin to your flesh. Hellboy, rip the soul out of dead man. Shit at the rate, the power, I been the showstopper. Yeah, they might hate, but I know they gon' watch. Zone on lock, and you know the flow prop. Iced out, got the drip out of David Jones lock. Know I got the plan, they say that you the man. No shit, Sherlock, I'm the one you heard about. Burn down the building, let them all watch. Throw that one west up, then I swerve out. Sick with this shit, I do not need a detox. He don't watch a step, blow him out them Reeboks. We taking over, I'm sending the word out. Can't see me, little nigga, I put you in a bird box. Look, it's one West practical, gladiator, maximal. Creep on them slow, but that Glock fire rapido. All I want is more power, more straps to blow. Ain't got excuse for no cow, he gon' have to go. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war, let's see who make it out. Earn your stripes, dog, you with us or not. We can get it on when it's on, it don't never stop. First you get that power, gotta hold it down. Watch your step, boy, you on holy ground. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war, let's see who make it out.
I'd rather die like a man than live like a coward. There's a ghetto up in heaven and it's ours. Black power, 144,000. I'm just trying to make 144,000. 144,000. I'm just trying to make 144,000. One body, one faith, one Lord. Feel like I can take over the world with one sword.
Y'all know what we do. Y'all know what we came to do. Huh? You young niggas ain't tough. You young niggas ain't tough.
You young niggas ain't tough enough. I don't think y'all really wanna fuck with us. I told you we no bitches. I'ma need for you to listen while I paint this perfect picture. We not Christians, watch your mouth. Have them angels in your house, and them people bring you out. Bitch, you know we got that power, and you know we not no cowards. Oh, you on that bullshit? Well, I'm on it too. Oh, you think I'm bullshitting? Wait till I get with ya. If I gotta go to ground, I'ma shut the town down. I ain't about to stop until I hear stand down. All you gonna see is a lot of men down. You dealing with the men of war. We at war. I sided with the Lord, of course, on one accord. We ain't never stopping now. You running now. ground.
As I live, if I live, let me make one thing clear. The only man I feel.
We are not the same. No, we not related. I'm not stuck on living. Death is a vacation. My camp undefeated. You cannot debate it. You just want the clout. We just want the greatest. I'm just trying to get it. If not, I'm trying to take it. Give me that. I say fuck the devil. You think I'm talking Satan? One West in my blood. I'm a UPK creation. We don't give a fuck. You can see it in our faces. Got it out the mud. Straight up out the base. The world done made me crazy. The world done turned crazy.
You dealing with the men of war. We at war. I sided with the Lord of course. On one accord. We ain't never stopping now. You running now. All my niggas go to ground. We go to ground. You dealing with the men of war. We at war. They know about that shit. With the Lord of course. On one accord. We ain't never stopping now. You running now. All my niggas go to ground.
144,
we go to ground.
You see me riding with them people I be sliding with. We take the truth, ain't no denying it. It's this fire I spit, I got that line script. I put that pressure on them, about to put extra on them. This how the Lord is doing you. Boy, I tried to warn you. We go to ground, I own your time, yeah. You wanna blaze, we in them last days. They tried to keep my niggas locked up in them cages, yeah. I'm in pages, yeah. In them scriptures, yeah. I'm gon' flip it, yeah. I got that shit rockin'. I got that bulletproof heart and spirit, yeah. Retarded with this Glock, I'm gon' give it to you. You with them niggas that's gon' go to ground. Take over and you know your place. Make no mistakes. There ain't gon' be no trace. Ain't gon' be nothing left. Spit to my last breath. Boy, better watch yourself. I'm coming with last shit. Hey, leave them niggas in them ashes. I'm flowing like ashes. They killing the masses. It's cool, cuz when I meet the king, we gon' be masters. Yeah.
Yep. We're rocking and rolling tonight. You all know how we do it Wednesday night, bringing the truth. Prepare anyway. Big up Commander Yahanna. He should be joining us shortly. Y'all stand by for him. Of course, you know what I mean? We're going to be rocking it out. Myself, Captain Sawapi, Officer Kazak, I'm mad. Rocking it out tonight, Wednesday night, midweek. Black Watch, you know what we do.
That's right.
Commander Yahanna going to be in DC this weekend, you know, doing the whole tour. Y'all definitely want to show out for that one. Also, Jeremiah Hyman going to be in DC on Friday night doing class right here in DC. You'll make sure you'll come on through, man. That's it. We're going to get it in tonight. How y'all feeling, Akim?
Feeling too wild, sir.
No sign cry, sir. No sign cry. Where y'all want to start? Anyway.
So like it's I know if I
You're coming in kind of low. So what?
yes, so like it's
all right, go ahead. Just mute your mic. We need to take the call.
It's like I said, I don't know if you've seen Pope Leo apologize for their role in slavery, sir.
Oh shit! I did not see that one.
Kawakan.
What made him apologize? Is it in the article?
I could check it out and see. I was curious about that as well. I wonder what, like you said, what made him come out and apologize for the role.
And this is the one who's sitting right now, right?
Yes, Kawakan, sir, if I'm not mistaken.
All right, let's rock with it.
Kawakan, sir. So it's loading up.
No sweat. Let me see if I get a good picture of him with this thing here. Yeah, they getting good on they're getting good on Israelite now. They're probably watching so much cam tapes.
Yeah. Okay, I got it right here, sir. Pope Leo the 14th makes historic apology for Vatican's role in legitimizing slavery. Pope Leo the 14th made a historic apology on Monday for the Holy See's role in legitimizing slavery and for having failed to condemn it for centuries, calling the Vatican's record a wound in Christian memory.
Wait, hold on. What he said, the Holy Seal?
The Holy See, seas.
Seas.
Come on, sir.
Seas like waters?
Spelled S-E-E.
Okay, read the line one more time.
Kawakan. Pope Leo made a historic apology on Monday for the Holy See's role in legitimizing slavery.
Okay, so it calling him the holies, like he's seeing.
I'm assuming so, sir. I guess the Holy See is another phrase for the Catholic Church.
For the Catholic Church, let me see. Let me look that shit up. We gonna all be confirmed and did communion by the time we finish this story. The amount of shit we know how to look up.
Right.
The Holy See. The Holy See is okay. Let me see. I'm just share this with you all instead. Hold on. Let me know if y'all can see this one. Yep. The Holy See is the central governing authority of the worldwide Catholic Church, headed by the Pope. So it's really the Vatican.
Right.
It operates as a sovereign entity under international law and is distinct from Vatican City, serving as the diplomatic and administrative body rather than just the physical state. The Holy See versus the Catholic versus Vatican City. Holy See is the spiritual and legal governing authority. I don't understand. Okay, hold on. The Vatican is the physical territory. So I guess the Holy See is like, 666 or the 144,000.
Yeah, come on, sir.
Okay. So they don't have a council. They call it the Holy See.
Right.
Damn. So I guess they all see, and all they need now is the Egyptian eye, the all-seeing eye.
Right.
God damn. The Holy See. Good night.
Slack here. Shalom, Mr. Katham.
What's good?
Not there.
Yeah, man. They say the Holy See. So he now turning back and apologizing for their role in slavery.
Kawakan. They said, and having failed to condemn it for centuries, calling the Vatican's record a wound in Christian memory.
A wound in Christian memory. It ain't a wound in the slaves' memory.
Right.
It didn't wound the slaves, but now we gotta feel sorry for Christians. These people, boy, slavery, they got a disease that only slavery could fix it.
Right.
I fully believe that they got something in them that only slavery can correct or adjust or make up for. You know what I mean? It leaves a wound in Christian history. That's like imagine a German chancellor saying the Holocaust left a wound in Deutschland's legacy.
Right.
It affected BMW and all the good old German brands.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like imagine a German saying that listen, the Holocaust was messed up, man, and I fear it has left a wound in German's history.
Right.
Leave it to the white man, but he there's no sympathy or empathy for anybody unless it's him. unless it's him, which is why he needs to go into slavery, like the Lord said. Like slavery is the only thing that could cure his sickness of only, you know, being able to empathize with his own.
Right.
Yeah. And just that what you're saying to Cap. Like, just imagine, like, he's coming out and saying this, but there's no, how to put it, there's no, he ain't paying nothing. All the money the church make. You want to see his church sorry for the slave? Well, fund the slaves.
Mm-hmm.
Get them money for some stores.
Right.
Get them some reparation. Like really be the face of you're sorry, because America ain't doing it.
Yeah.
Europe ain't doing it.
Yeah.
So you come out and say sorry. Well, you know what I mean? Come on. You're paying for all them priests that, you know what I mean, that abusing children.
Right.
You understand? So you tell me, you know what I mean, you don't think slavery was abuse too?
Right.
Slavery was abuse for over 400 years. So cough up some of that money you're sitting on.
Yeah.
Sell some of them gold cups you all have. You only need gold. What you need gold for?
Right.
Christ said he didn't have a place to rest his head. You don't need no gold. You could get a wooden cup. You understand? Sell all them gold. And now you're going to be showing black people something. The slaves something. But as far as you see, this is just, you know what I mean, theatrics. I mean, with them coming out and saying they're sorry. I'm waiting for one of them small hats going to come out and apologize too.
No, they ain't gonna apologize. They to them they ain't have nothing to apologize for. You know what I mean? To them, they're gonna look at it like it's there's nothing to apologize for. You know what I mean? So any more in the story, Kazak?
Kawakan, sir. It says past popes have apologized for Christians' involvement in the transatlantic slave trade, but no pope had ever publicly acknowledged, much less apologized for, the role that past popes played in giving European sovereigns explicit authority to subjugate and enslave infidels.
So wait, they're saying in the past, popes have apologized?
Kawakan, it said popes have apologized for Christians' involvement in the transatlantic slave trade, but no pope had ever publicly acknowledged, much less apologized for the role that past popes played in giving European sovereigns explicit authority to subjugate and enslave.
So what the past popes really apologized for? That's what I'm not getting.
So like they apologize for, like as a whole, like Christian, like the role Christianity played in slavery, and they saying the difference with this pope is he's now apologizing for the direct role of the government, like how you said the 666, the pope and the ruling government of the church, versus making it trying to, like how you said, trying to make it whole, like yeah, but
he trying to say, yeah, we apologize for saying go enslave them 12 tribes.
Right.
You know, for really, you know, doing the worst. He getting specific with his shit. Well, call names, nigga. Hell.
Yeah.
Start singing.
Yep.
Start singing, Pope. Right. Leo.
Mm-hmm.
Start really calling names and breaking down what it is.
And it's so evil to wait until, you know what I mean, like black people, you know what I mean, full out destroyed to the point where we don't even know we're the real Israelites. Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I mean, now you're coming out and saying it because we don't, you know what I mean, like what meaning is it going to be to us unless you come out and actually tell us the truth?
Right.
Come on, tell us the truth. Tell these black people that they're the real Jews of the Bible. You understand? And what you did was no different than what you try to charge the Muslim for, which is by the sword. We became Christians because you forced us, in our forefathers, into doing it. We didn't willingly become Christians. We became Christians to survive.
Right.
Just like today, we became Americans to survive. You understand? But a lot of black people is not down for this American government. But to survive, we will say and do anything to eat.
Right.
You understand? And it's the same thing that did us back then with this whole Christianity. Christianity lived by the sword too. You understand? Go do the research on the Native Indians and find out why they lost their language.
Yeah.
Why they ain't talking the language right now? It's because of these Christians who claim they're all loving and caring. You understand? It's because of them. Like now you'll come out today and apologize for your role. Nah, that's not good enough. Tell black people the truth.
Yeah.
Tell them the truth. That'll be better. You know what I mean? If you want to give them money, if you want to give them land that you stole, then tell them the truth.
And Cap, if I could, like it ain't enough to just apologize. Why don't you charge them people who took your blessing to abuse the slaves?
Yeah.
Like, why don't you come and call out this government, that corporation who made so much money because you okayed them, and show us the books, show us the whole thing. Like you're gonna feel sorry for a bunch of whores who willingly went to Epstein Island. I don't think he kidnapped any one of them. He ain't pull up in a white panel van and put a cloth over your mouth and knock you out and drag you to some island. Y'all was texting back and forth, emailing, flew down there. That's the original flew out girl. You all went down there, and everybody's sorry for them, and tracing all the companies from Epstein and Weinstein and this one and Maxine Ghislaine and all who linked to them. So now, if Pope Leo really sorry, start to talk about everybody who linked to slavery.
Yeah.
Talk about companies, talk about the countries, talk about the families that's still sitting and spending slave money till this day.
Yeah.
Show us the books.
Yeah. Go open the books and see all them priests that you canonized, that you made into saints. Strip them. Start stripping them.
Yeah.
Like really go into it. Don't come and give black, and that's the thing with black people. We so destroyed. Words mean a lot to us. Words, no action. Words from our slave master means a lot to us. You understand?
Yeah.
But we have to start charging these oppressors on them. Not just with words. We have to see some action. And if there's no action, it's just like when we at camp. You know what I mean? Oppressor come up. He can't just say he loving word. No, he had to get on them knees and kiss their boots.
Yep.
You understand? Like the Pope had to get down on his knees and kiss black people boots, the priest of the Lord boots. And now we might accept your apology. I don't know about the Most High. You gotta, you know what I mean? You gotta deal with, you know what I mean, that other thing with him. But at least we could see that you're really sorry for what you did. But words mean nothing to us right now because we're still in slavery.
Yeah. Yep. And you're still rich off of slave labor. Slave money. I watched a news clip earlier today, brother. Because they're preparing for the 250th anniversary of America, and big celebration in DC, and they're talking about I think it's George Washington home in Mount Vernon in Virginia, and they're showing there's a whole thing now. You could go visit the home and walk the whole plantation and all that type of shit, and they're showing you how the different things he would have there, and they show you how him and his family loved ice cream. So they have the old slave aluminum bucket with the ice and a copper thing in there, and the little white broad turning it. She turning that shit lazy. The ice cream gonna come in about 4 days. The rate she turning it. I already know them couldn't be slaves. But she turning it. And then there's a sister. It looked like it's a sister, like a Latino woman. She's explaining. She's one of the tour guides. So she explained to the reporter that George Washington and his family loved ice cream, and they would have to get the cream from the dairy from the cows. They say the ice would come from the river once it froze over before in early, before spring. but he also had something called an ice house that would keep the ice frozen all the way until now, this period we're in. And I'm like, so you have a fridge down near the plantation. You figured out how to make ice not melt.
Right.
And then she said something that really blew my mind out. She said, yeah, so they'll add the cream. He said sometimes they'll add the coffee beans and sugar. And she said during that time, sugar was a plain sign that you were rich to be able to have sugar. And brother, I said, these people got to pay.
Yeah.
These people have to pay. They have to pay. Because you mean to tell me this was a sign you was rich, which means you paying top dollar for it. But yet still the people that farm in the lands and cutting and processing all, the sugar and grinding it down and boiling it down and losing their lives in the vat, they get nothing. And you celebrating 250 years of that. Yeah, brother. This oppressor, there's the only thing he'll understand is slavery.
Yeah.
The only thing he'll understand is to be put in subjection, because he doesn't have a self-governing spirit. He doesn't have that spirit that we grow up with, where you keep certain things. Growing up as a child in a poor house, brother, you dare not come home with some busted up shoes, because your parents gonna whoop your ass, because it's like I spent my last for them school shoes.
Yeah.
And what we gonna do now? You get the point? Meanwhile, they crash the car and it's okay, we'll get you another one. Like, they don't have that self-governing thing that we have, which comes through our oppression. We have something where, don't break that, don't do this. They live so freely and carelessly. They'll just do anything, anywhere, say anything at any time. And it's something that we can't act like that. It's not in us. We wasn't raised like that, and the system we was put through, it doesn't give our spirit that amount of freedom. It doesn't give our spirit that amount of, I'll just do anything and whatever. We have a certain amount of self-governance with us that they do not have, brother. And the only way they'll understand it is to be put in subjection.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, this Pope right here, he'll be put in subjection. If he really wants to make a difference, give my future generations the opportunity to apologize for their role, or for my role in slavery of the oppressors. If we really want to talk about being fair and right, let my people put yours in slavery, so that 200 years down the line, my descendants can apologize for. We got to find a word, because it can't be the sea. The sea sound too gay.
Yeah.
The mountain or something. The boulder. The beat. No, it's for us now. So what
for us. Oh, come on.
Yeah, it would be the boulder, the mountain, the granite. Yeah, the granite. The granite has found it that we'll apologize for our role in slavery or something. But these words you feeding us here, this word salad, like the general like to say, you're feeding us a word salad, which it doesn't hold any substance.
Yes, right.
As rich as Vatican is.
And if I may too, sir.
Please.
And okay, the Catholic Church, if you could stop molesting children, maybe you could have enough money to pay us, to put your money where your mouth is and apologize with money. But you can't, because you have to set aside billions of dollars every year in all your dioceses to pay the victims of the victims of the priests that molested children. The Catholic Church allots billions of dollars set aside just to pay off the families of all the children that are molested. Like, maybe if you would clean up that whorehouse, that brothel that you call the Catholic Church, you can have money that you can just, you giving away money. You giving away money. You got money set aside for future molesters.
That's
like,
crazy.
if you could clean your house, maybe you could show us that you're truly sorry.
Yeah. Yep.
With your money.
Yep. They have a budget to pay, like how a nigga have a budget to go to the strip club. He has a budget for the child molesters.
Right.
Damn.
If I could, sir.
Yeah, please.
Yo, and what y'all say is so heavy, man. I mean, this is actually Esau might not realize that this is good counsel for him. What he might want to do is before Christ comes in, just turn yourself in. Just turn yourself in. Christ said, "I'm coming to set a fire on the earth." But what if it already be lit? When Christ show up, they can say, "Look, we already done turned ourselves in, sir." And the fire's already lit. We turned ourselves in. That shows we're righteous. Maybe you could be lenient on us. But no, they don't want to acknowledge that they did anything wrong. And that's why the Lord has to punish them. I mean, because they refuse to acknowledge that. Like, can you imagine all the evil they've done and they won't even acknowledge it? You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's why, I mean, like I said, start making amends, because when Christ comes and he bangs that gavel, you're going to pay whatever he said to pay. Salaki, are you?
Yep, you're right. Yeah, go ahead.
Just as on this note now, I know the whole world see Gentleman Hyman break down the wheat and the tay, and everybody they can't dispute that no more. So everybody, as also warrior bringing out there, all they just give up. That the end of religion, the end of everything.
Yep.
Just give up. We know the whole world see, for sure. Because now, last week we were talking about dysfunctional. The whole wide web, the world web wanted to shut we off. So we know that everybody viewing and see that breakdown. So all them fake groups and them, all their jerseys with them tassels to the bottom, all they getting all black. Getting all black. Wherever all is, getting all black. Yes, like yes.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah.
If I could, sir, one more thing. If I could, please. And I was thinking about this the other day, too, and what Captain Wapiala is saying is 100%. I was thinking about this the other day, and I was saying to myself, if the world was to admit who the real Jews are, right, it wouldn't be something like, well, they're the real Jews, that's okay. Religion would have to end around the world. Yeah. Because God's chosen people are here.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So Islam, over. Christianity, over. Whatever other religion, Hinduism, over. You know what I mean? Why? Because if the world acknowledges who God's chosen people are, the scriptures also tell you who you should follow and, who should rule the earth. So there's no point in religion. All religions try to do is sit in the seat of God's chosen people. Now, everybody could be chosen. Everybody could be a servant of God. But if the heir is here, who dare sit in his seat? I mean, so that's why they can't really acknowledge who we are, because the minute they acknowledge who we are, their organizations, their religions are over. Their way to make their money is over. Now, the only way to make money from that point on is to beat your swords into plowshares. That's how you're going to survive.
Right.
Salaki, I yield.
Yeah, you for sure right. Anywhere else you want to go? That's just on that one, Kazak, or we have more?
It's a little bit more. It goes into why he's now wanting to apologize. It goes into that song right here. It says history's first U.S.-born pope, whose family history includes both enslaved people and slave owners, delivered the apology in his first encyclical Magnifica Humanitas, the Magnificent Humanity, which was released Monday. The sweeping manifesto is about safeguarding humanity in an era of increasing reliance on artificial intelligence. Leo raised the slave trade in relation to what he called the new forms of slavery and colonialism that the digital revolution is fueling. So it's I guess he's trying to now put the two and two together, where it's like, we got to acknowledge this slavery, because this AI, for some reason, the Catholic Church has a vested interest in stopping AI or being scared of it. But he's saying, like, this AI and this digital, all this digital, what's the word? Breakthrough is the new form of slavery and colonialism. So I guess somehow he put 2 and 2 together when, yeah.
Like, I don't know if you remember, a couple of weeks ago, I was telling you all, they calling the AI the new slave. Silicon Valley have something called something maxing. I forget the name. Something maxing, token maxing, where all these programmers just had the AI running 24/7.
Oh yeah, come.
Constantly working, constantly analyzing, and there's a whole subculture in Silicon Valley of, I got my tokens maxed. Why are you not working yours? As if the AI is a slave, and white people, of course, are getting concerned about AI slavery. So if this thing has moved him, brother, Christ, if you could tell the driver, don't stop at no red lights at the Intergalaxy Exchange. Just come straight here, please.
Right.
Because these devils would feel more sorry for a robot than for Black and Latino people.
Right.
You know what I mean? You want to move to something else? What's our next good story?
Also, too, sir, if I may, just on that whole AI thing, it's been a lot of uproar in different communities of how much these data centers are popping up. Like, I did some reading on this. They said Virginia has the most data centers in the entire world. Specifically, of course, the Northern Virginia sector.
Damn.
DC, the whole government area and all that.
In the entire world?
In the entire world. So Northern Virginia.
Wow.
And they pushing to put them up here in Maryland. And everybody mad at Wes Moore, the governor, the brother, because he's allowing two to be put in PG County. And it's been a lot of contention between politicians, and they using that as like a election point. Like, see, he trying to put these data centers here. Like, he ain't for the people, but this is happening all over. I know they had a big one in Memphis. I know Captain Sakawar, he know about it. I believe I heard him speak about it a little bit as well. But they popping up everywhere. And everybody talking about how they're so bad for the environment. They taking up all the water. There's poison in the land, the noise pollution. Like, it is absolutely insane. And it's just like, it seemed like, man, we really just in the Matrix. Like, we in a second, they just gonna have us in a factory in a pod with a tube in the back of our head, just powering the grid. Because I mean, I'm not understanding how all these data centers are able to pop up in these residential areas, and there's no benefit. It's all negative for the people that live in these areas. So lock it.
Is there any reason they can't put that shit, in the Grand Canyon, in the Mojave Desert?
Water.
The water.
Pump
water. Yeah. Too much money. Them rich men want to spend all that money.
So like, sir, if I could, y'all was some shop rocket thumb. How y'all doing? So like, I'm getting on here a little late, but like Officer Kazaka might have said, they put a big data center down here in Memphis, and Memphis is historically known for sitting on the largest freshwater aquifer in the northern United States, right, in America. So when I first moved to Memphis, Memphis is touted for having the best drinking water because the source of the water is so pure and clean. They put a data center down here in South Memphis, and again, the source of this water is the largest in the country, and it's supposed to last for like 1,000 years. They put the data center here that scientists did their little investigation and said in 50 years, that shit gonna be dried up because of the data center. Not only that, the city council gave permits to Elon Musk that when he powered the data center, they could use their own electrical turbines. So in order to power these things, they're like, the city's utilities not enough to power this data center. So they needed to get these outside mobile units to do it. But the mobile units is polluting the air, something like like having a nuclear site in your backyard. Like, the pollution is put into the air. In 10 years, they're gonna be commercials saying, "Do you have mesothelioma? Did you grow up in this neighborhood in Memphis, Tennessee, and North Mississippi? If so, contact us," because the pollution levels is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? If I could, that for some of us that have been around long enough, when I first came in the truth, I remember they was talking about the conspiracy theory at the time was they're gonna take Walmarts and turn them into internment camps. I talked about how they used to show the coffins in Georgia, 2 million coffins, plastic coffins in the street, and there was a worry that they gonna unalive everybody and throw us in these plastic coffins. Well, these data centers is the new thing. Now, I don't know what the actual usage is for them, but they're putting them up everywhere, and it's like they're purposefully trying to destroy the natural resources near a lot of these large cities to make people have to move and leave. They already showing the effects it's having in the sewer systems in places like Flint, Michigan, and places like Northern Virginia and Ohio, you know what I'm saying? And really these rich Edomites, they don't care about the environment. When Elon Musk got in there in the government and had them Doge cuts, and they cut back the Environmental Protection Agency. They cut back all of the restrictions on these different government watchdogs that's supposed to watch for different things happening and protect the people. All of that oversight is gone now. So these devils are free to do whatever they want to do, and they don't care about the environment. They don't care about the effects it has on the people. Now, these data centers that's here in America, they also building them in China. They also building them in Russia and different places. The Chinese are building theirs in the ocean. They're building platforms out in the ocean where their data centers can just soak up the water out of the ocean and use that water. America is these devils are so foolish and lacking in wisdom and technology. They putting them in people's backyard, soaking up the rivers and the streams and the damn creek in the back, which is making all of the environmental hazards that the people are discussing. But the reality is the white man is the devil the Bible speaks of, and we cannot expect them to have any care or respect or, foresight of how their actions is going to, make the people suffer. So like it's our yield on that.
It's like Kevin, if you're speaking, we can't hear you, sir.
Yeah. What you're saying is so heavy, Soccer Wall, because this is proof that the oppressor, all he wants and all he lives for is money.
Go.
You understand? Like he lives for that, and you could see that by the way, he living. And these data centers is just, as the saying is, gonna bring him a ton of cash. So he don't care about who it analyze. He don't care about none of that. All he knows is just gonna bring him money. Money, money, money. And that's the problem with the white man. I don't know if you ever saw advertisement with some little creatures. Planet Packers cast. I forget how it's go. When they say these little monsters just eating and eating and eating until they eat the whole entire earth. I forget what the advertisement was showing you about. And that's just the white man. He planning to gobble up this earth as much as he could. And who knows, his plan is to what? Leave and go out to space. I don't know. But he's not thinking for tomorrow. He's thinking about today. How rich I could get today. And that's why that war in Iran is going on. The war could have stopped a long time, but somebody getting paid a ton of money. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody getting paid a lot of money. A yield.
If I could, sir. What you're saying is heavy. It's as if Esau know he has a short amount of time.
That's right.
According to the scriptures, he's looking to devour everything he can because he has such a short amount of time. He knows his time is running out, so he ain't thinking about tomorrow. Right. Righteous man, he's thinking about his children. He's thinking. Back in, he used to hear the word "my heir." What would my heir inherit? He ain't thinking like that no more. Right now, he went from my heir to YOLO.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's where he's at now in his life. YOLO, let me gobble up as much as I can. Who cares about consequences? Right. I mean, why? Because he has a short amount of time before the judgment comes. I mean, I was reading this scripture the other day where Christ went to cast out the legion, those demons from that man. And they said, and I never thought about it. They said to Christ, have you come to cast us out before the appointed time? Meaning that we have right to be here. And while we're here, we're going to do what we want. Because God has given us authority to be here. They telling Christ himself, have you come to cast us out before the appointed time? As if they're checking him. I mean, as if they're telling him, here's our papers. We should be here. You understand what I mean? And this devil's the same way. he has an appointed time, and he's gonna use it.
Yeah,
he's gonna use it, and everybody's gonna look at him like he's weird for what he's doing, but he knows he has an appointed time, and then that's it. So he's not thinking about nothing. Salaki, sir.
Yeah.
And you, Salaki, if I may, and just to piggyback what Officer Warrior said, I mean, you could just tell. Like I'm reading I'm watching the documentary, and then I went to read about it. Like there is no positive side to these data centers for the people. And then a lot of people complaining how all the power bills are skyrocketing. It's like, we ain't using no extra power, but they putting everything on us. The polluted water, polluted land, the noise pollution. Some devil, he in Ashburn, Virginia. And this, I remember a long time before I had moved up here, everybody knew that was the richest county, Loudoun County, specifically Ashburn, Virginia. That was the richest place in the country. And the devil is on the video, and he has the decibel reader, and he's standing inside his house behind the window, and he's showing how even inside the house, the data centers are so loud, it's reading a high decibel amount in this house that they paid all that money for in the richest county in America. And I'm just like Officer Williams said, Esau has no regard for a soul. Like he has no regard. Like it's like he's not even in build mode. Like you look at the Chinese, like you can tell the Chinese are operating as if they're planning like 30, 40 years ahead.
That's it.
You know, like the certain nations look like they're planning. America, you look at their moves, it's looking like, man, we partying right now.
Yeah.
We getting it right now, and to hell with what comes after. And it's a scripture in the Apocrypha that describes exactly this. Esau, we're talking about how where it says, let no flower pass from us. Let us smell every flower, because our life is short and brief. Or something. I'm gonna try to find the scripture. It's in the
Wisdom of Solomon, either 1 or 2.
Let me try to find it now, sir.
On 14.
So like if I could, Shalom Shabbat Thumb. Like this Pope here, he know what's coming around the corner with that AI. That AI, and that's probably why he's apologizing now, because he gonna need something from our people, which are one of the most religious groups of people on the face of the earth, along with our Latino brothers and sisters. But AI is in a race to create God, a digital God, and that digital God is gonna encroach on Roman Catholicism. There's an article, according to the Wall Street Journal, that the Pope said he said the AI is like akin to the Tower of Babel. So now the AI is a threat, and they're gonna start calling it the Antichrist in a minute, because you don't have to go to a confession booth now. You can just log on.
Okay.
And you can have the confession booth on your phone, or
Right.
you know what I'm saying, and all those things like that. So now it's like
Hey,
the water.
Barack.
Yabashima Shabaka Thumb, the water.
Come on. It's like I know if you wanted to say something, I was going to.
No, go ahead, please continue.
Come. So now the it's almost like a religious cold war with the digital aspect, and AI, Open AI, and the different other ones. They got another system that is working with the government. They got things now where they now are trying to create God, a digital God. That can answer all questions and all those different things. So that right there, he's seeing that's coming.
Yeah.
So he's now trying to, say the warning of AI and this and that. He's afraid of it, because he know that it can cripple the Roman Catholicism.
Yeah.
It can cripple if they
He know they out of business.
So like
he know they out of business.
Exactly. Like they can create something on that AI, and then what I'm saying, and how these heathens are driven to idol worship. So now if you do that, you now have encroached not only on Roman Catholicism, but most traditional religions is out here. But he's singing, them Vatican, they get intel. They got intel on a lot of stuff that we don't know about. And he's seeing what's around the bend. And for him to even act like he's sorry for what happened with us in slavery is almost like an insult. But the reason he's doing it is like he's getting ready to ask us for something.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I believe. I mean, I could be wrong, but you know what I'm saying? I just want to make that point. So like I yield.
And let me tell you something else too. Is also to help put us to sleep for what they've got planned for the near future.
Right.
They plan for the near future, brother, to just turn the world upside down. And they think that if they go ahead and do it, that of course they know they're gonna have some backlash from the 12 tribes of Israel. So they trying to plan ahead, get ahead, and trying to get our heads in the right space for all the evil thing that they're getting ready to unleash. For him to sit up there and turn around and act like he's, unlike Donald Trump when they were murdering our babies in electric chairs.
That's right.
You understand? Mainly the so-called North American Indians, tribe of Gad and Simeon, sat up there and electrocuting 14, 13, 12-year-old kids. And America was doing the same thing. Them rotten child molesters, man, they ain't got no soul in them over there in that Roman Catholic Church. And neither does Esau to allow them to do what they do and to still have that form of diplomatic relations with them. These people molesting all over the world. I mean, billions in payouts, court cases filling up all across America, filled with court cases of so many that have been molested. I mean, I would really like to know the statistics of how many white men have been molested in America. I'll bet you the number is at least 1 out of 5, if not 1 out of 3, because it seems like they are, even the ones that are so-called straight, you can tell a lot of them have that feminine vibe from being abused in those churches, in those Catholic churches. Like, these people have been a mayhem on the face of the earth and trying to act benevolent. They assisted the Nazis with exterminating the so-called Jew and killing off us, especially us that lived up in the Rhineland, that were basically black farmers and black businessmen, was separate, from all the other nations, because it was segregation across the world. And then here we are over there, prospering in Germany because, of course, they didn't carry out the same racist laws until the Nazis came in. And these lowlifes turned around and were part and parcel with them. And then to act like now they so benevolent. If you benevolent, all right, cut the damn check. Right. You know what I'm saying? Since you sorry for everything that went on, cut the damn check. Propose something that gives Black and Latinos and Native Indian people a safe space. You understand? Mm-hmm. He knows he has to do that because, of course, Donald Trump is coming at the Latinos. And look how long it took him to come out and say something about it. You understand? It took all this time for him to come out and say something about it. And meanwhile, our Latino brother's been catching absolute hell. And he knows that they're going into them countries. He knows they want to go into Cuba. He knows they want to go into Colombia. He already knows about this. And those was his strongholds. Those was his strongholds where he had plenty of, and still does, plenty of Latino brothers, especially the tribe of Issachar, that have been worshiping these people since the days of the conquistadors. You go down to Mexico and look at them big cathedrals they built down there. They was making so much money during the time when they had the Latinos really in slavery. They were making money. They were building cathedrals in the 1700s. You see these monuments that they built to themselves. And then what's that statue they built in Brazil? They built that giant damn statue. Yeah. And a couple of countries are competing now trying to build them again. You understand? And they don't want to lose their power. This is a rotten bunch of people dressed up in nice priestly garments. And this cat acting like, he's all about red. There you go. That's a good one right there. Look at that. General, now, that's Mexico. Go ahead, Op.
They say this is Mexico City Metropolitan Cathedral, the oldest cathedral in Latin America.
And do they have a year that it was built?
Hold on, let me see if I can.
Imagine that. The oldest cathedral in Latin America. It looks like it's bigger than the White House.
Right. Yeah.
It's bigger than the goddamn White House. Wow. Could you imagine the hundreds of years of molestation? The hundreds of years of rape, rob, and murder, the hundreds of years of murdering Mexican and other Latin leaders, the hundreds of years of assisting the Nazis the Americans, the British, the Germans, the French, you understand, the Portuguese, to come down there and enslave the Lord's chosen people. They had death squads working out of them churches, man. They came out with it. Them Jesuits had death squads coming out of there when they were trying to bring order underneath these people. Wiped out the Mexican culture. The Mexican culture has basically been reduced to a dance at a festival. A dance at a festival and a couple of feathers they put on. Where the hell is the Mexican culture? It's all culture that came from being enslaved under them. We act like the taco is so great. It is a good food, but the taco was born out of the captivity of our wonderful brothers, the Mexican brothers, man. And even to this day, 450 years later, still a peaceful bunch of people, still a people that take care of their families, still a people that enjoy and respect hard work. Just an incredible human being on the face of the earth, and this rotten piece of garbage going to act like, oh, well, we sorry for what happened. We sorry. We all like, yeah, cut the goddamn check. That's what you do. Cut the check and then get ready, you understand, for Christ's return. Get ready to get just what you deserve. Get ready to get vanquished by the only true power in the universe, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, and get ready to be exposed to all that you've done all over this earth. All the criminality you've done. I mean, I remember in Pennsylvania, they had to have commercials on the television saying, "Were you molested by somebody in the Catholic Church?" You listen, they were so diabolical. These rotten pieces of garbage. Your kid gets pulled up, gets in trouble for truancy, right? The truancy officer comes to the school and now arrests your child. Your child goes before the court. They were paying off the judges to send your child, you understand, to some type of juvie hall. When this is be a small infraction. It happened to my grandson. He didn't get locked up though. We moved on it. But but the minute he got in an altercation with a kid in school, they was ready to lock him up. But they under the scrutiny now, so they can't do it as much. But they was on their way to send him to a juvenile prison where he was not going to be able to get out, and they were going to be able to now move him into the supervisory area, which is run by these child molesting pieces of garbage, man. And they've been child molesting brothers and sisters, you understand, out of Central and South America for years. They got a what you call it? They got a palate for Latino boys. They got a palate for. They love it. They love Latino boys to molest and rape and destroy their lives. A ton of times you hear about these Latinos that go off, coming off the trains, or they homeless, or they working on a farm. All of a sudden they go do some heinous crime. That's what Donald Trump tried to jump on. But they few and far between. But of course, you don't need that. You don't need facts for the white man to accuse you of anything. So now these cats, and then when you go back and you talk to these young brothers or these middle-aged brothers, why are you so this way? Most Mexican people are not like this. Why are you so violent? Why are you so this? Then they give you the whole story. Well, I was coming up, I was an altar boy in the church. You understand? And these nasty, disgusting, rotten pieces of you know what are not, they ain't just happy with molesting your child. They got to do nasty, freaky things with your child. You understand? Years ago, y'all know the story. We exposed them on how they was taking young Latino men, bringing them all the way to Brooklyn. Yeah. You understand? From Central and South America, they can't even speak English, and dressing them up like Marilyn Monroe and all that. Sometimes they dress themselves up like Marilyn Monroe and make the boy come and like take them out to a date inside the church. You go down in the basement of the goddamn building where they supposed to be serving the Lord, and these lowlifes is down in there trying to have weddings and dinners and all that while they dressed up as women and all that, got the fan and everything, wearing women underwears and all kind of nasty, disgusting stuff that when a man finished having to be subject to it, he ain't no longer good to nobody no more. And then when the rage comes up in him years later, then he flip out and go out and do some horrible, horrible thing. That's another reason, like Kazak Iman, I'm gonna get up over it, because Kazak Iman brought out how the white man is the #1 family annihilator. A lot of that comes from years of molestation in these churches, man, in these Roman Catholic churches. And then he tried to go on and have a family and have kids and all that. and the urge to molest and rape come up on him, and all kind of psychoism goes into his spirit from dealing with that horrible thing. And then he goes the hell off. They made movies about it. Tell me if I'm lying. They made all kinds of movies. What's the name of that movie where those Irish boys had been sent to some Catholic church and they became gangsters?
Mystic River.
Mystic River. God damn, that's a good movie.
Yeah.
That's a must-see movie for anybody that wants to know the vibe on what they really was doing. I mean, I could not believe it when they opened up the records up there in Canada and showed how they had to build a mini electric chair. The kids were so small that they was electrocuting that they had to go get a mini electric chair. So that they had to go build one so they could electric, because the big one, the kid couldn't even sit in. The thing couldn't even fit on his head. So they built them a small one and kept it in the basement of the Roman Catholic Church all the way up to the 2000s. Up to the 2000s till they discovered that they had the thing in there. Damn near like they was going to start it again. These people don't have no soul, man. People are not the people of God. These people don't worship the Most High. These people are the Antichrist, the spirit of Satan, the devil the Bible speaks of. God damn it. I yield. Salaki.
Salaki, John.
John.
You know, Captain Mashak said something that was so heavy when he said earlier about when he's trying to apologize. Why don't you start naming names?
Yes.
Why don't you? And by the way, why don't you start off with Rudy Giuliani?
Yeah.
A devout Roman Catholic, and who was in charge of the stop and frisk in New York.
Yeah.
And he also dressed up as Marilyn Monroe too, John. There's a picture of him dressed as Marilyn Monroe as well in front of Donald Trump.
Yeah.
And he was on TV doing a press conference, sweating liquid brimstone from his face.
Yeah.
And they talking
dressed
about
up in a full transvestite outfit.
Come. Like the atrocities that's going on. See, that's one thing about these apologists and as far as atonement, it's been watered down. And what people believe is how you atone for what you've done. There's so much more than just words that have to go with that.
Right. And if I could, we shouldn't even be listening to no apologies. We as a people should be demanding what needs to be done, and that should be the end of the conversation. Then we should be going on to build our own self up. Like we constantly, I would turn on the internet. There's so many people on the internet that are talking about all the things that's wrong with us, and so few that provide the solutions, like the Israelite School of UPK. Everybody loved it. They did this back in the day. They did that back in the day, but you don't know what to do now.
Exactly.
Which means all you doing is teaching black people learned helplessness. You teaching black people to collapse under the pressure of an abuser. You understand? Like you don't take like a woman that come to you and say, my husband is beating me and abusing me every day. You don't tell her, yeah, man, these abusers do this and they be doing that and they be doing this. She comes to you. She wants a solution. She ain't coming to you to hear about how prevalent this abuse is. You can tell her about that, but what she needs is a solution. And black people, Latino people, and Native Indian people, they need to find their way to the Israelite School of UPK, because that's where the solution was given to us by the Lord. Like, let me tell you something if I could. Like, never before, never, ever, ever before. I've been in this truth a long time. And never before, I am so excited about the Lord's truth. Like, I'm excited like a person is about an actor in a movie, or about a great script, or going to see a beautiful Broadway play, or going to an amazing, you understand, wedding. Because what I see is the Lord's hand playing out in an amazing way. Now, these people don't know that Bible is filled with the plans the Lord has to end slavery. And that plan is what's supposed to be brought forth to our people. That's the good news that everybody talking about. You in the church talking about good news about getting a house and a car. You dummy. You better hope you have power in your house in 3 months from now. You better hope that. Like they just had a brownout in DC tonight. Twice. That's what helped delay the show. They browned that y'all went brown. Lost power for a little while. Let me tell you something. That's happening all over the country. And other countries are collapsing and they keeping it very quiet. That's why Trump went back in and bombed them straight to Hormuz. If they don't get them straight to Hormuz open, brother, in no time, you're going to see madness in the streets of America and countries around the world. Everybody is panicking because them Arabs that locked that whole section of that oil.
Right.
And it is causing brownouts. And here's the thing. When they start having blackouts, you know what goes first. When you start having blackouts across a country, what happens is the water pumps shut down. That's what happens. You lose power, but you also lose water pressure. Once that water pressure goes down, no more water in the cities.
Damn.
And once there's no more water in the cities, brother, you got 3 days before you better get some water in your body or you're going to pass out on the goddamn sidewalk. And brother, when that hits, now we in the real deal. We in the real, and don't think it can't you think it cannot happen because this is America? You think the Lord can't just decide, I done had enough of the abuse that you've done to these 12 tribes. I done had enough of the police beatings. I had enough of the mass incarcerations. I had enough of the experiments, enough of the bad food, enough of the murdering other nations. You don't think the Lord can get tired of that and wake up one day and say, you know what, I done had enough of this. And brother, we waiting on seeing that day. And that's why, once again, if I could, the Lord's word is so amazing because we should now be embracing all the ways in the Bible that the Lord showed us how to come out of captivity, man. All the amazing things that he showed us. And that Roman Catholic Church, they were definitely a part of enslaving massive portions of these 12 tribes. And boy, oh boy, now the reckoning is coming for them. The reckoning, they're going to be out of business. But you think the white man going to keep paying him billions of dollars when he can create his own goddamn God with a computer? They not paying him no more. They about to roll them niggas up and wrap their whole country. And they hurting over there in Europe anyway. Italy could be one of the first countries that collapse as we getting closer to this third world war. You understand? And this particular skirmish is lasting a very long time. Like, they don't shut this down, get that straight open in about a second, this is going to roll into the full deal. So they got work to do. So lock you. Go ahead, Op.
No, Joe, what you're saying is so right. They're a day late and $1 short.
Yep.
When you look at this thing, man, I mean, like you said, the war is escalating. Officer Kazak said it earlier about as far as the you said something that was heavy earlier, Kazak, where you was talking about the Roman Catholic Church. It just slipped my mind, but man, like all those points that everybody been making, man, is so true. And like the writing is on the wall. You understand? Like all those, like there's a shift. Like you said before, General, there's a shift in America, and it's shifting not only the political world, but the religious world, because they want to merge. There's consolidation now, and they have to consolidate in order for go on into the next century or the next millennium. And that's what they want to do. But time, like you said earlier, time is short. So like I yield.
If I could, sir.
Please.
And if I could, on the topic of AI, right? Here's a joke, right? Last week I was in a meeting at the Slave, and the people were talking about all this AI stuff they're introducing. And some devil said it feels like they're trying to replace us. Right? As soon as he said that, I thought, well, welcome to the club, because they done replaced black men a long time ago.
Dang.
I mean, they done replaced us a long time ago in our houses and everything. You know what I mean? So now you panicking because you think they're about to replace you. Imagine what they did to us. So I was just laughing at that, because it's like everybody's panicking over AI, because AI is coming to replace people just like they replaced us. I wonder if it's the judgment from the Lord, sir. Like,
let me tell y'all, like that, what you just said right there is, I don't mean to cut all in on y'all, but brother, what you just said right there is so true and so right. Like what made a devil think that his devil brothers, who was robbing and stealing from everyone, everything that wasn't nailed down, while you sat around and ignored all that was done to us, what in the world made you think that the day would not come that he would not accumulate enough to decide to rob you too?
That's right.
Like, you big dummy. You sat up there in your little supervisor's job feeling important and above the niggas.
Yeah.
Until the memo came. It said, we moving in with new stuff. And they going to be the first to go. And blacks and Latinos, we always innovate. You understand? Right? We always been in a semi-survival mode. We've always been that way. They've stole everything from us. Every poor man's food we ever created, they stole it. Every poor man's outfit and style, they stole it. Every song we ever made to comfort ourselves through captivities and struggles, they stole it. Everything we've ever done to keep ourselves from drowning in this evil place, they've stole it from us. Every invention, every idea, all of that. But don't worry, there's plenty more in that database called the Hebrew Israelites, called the Lord's chosen people. There's plenty more in that DNA. So they ain't get away with nothing. But what has happened is the rest of the Edomites now are going to have to face the horrific world that they're getting ready to create. And they trying their best to save their own. But nobody will be saved at the end of this. If this is it, this is it. And you know what I mean? I don't know for sure. No man knows the time. But I know this much. Boy, we seeing a whole lot of what is definitely signs of the end of this. And they right now, this is a very, very bad state. America has never been in this state. They've never had their back up against the wall like this. And they still believe they can manage it. But this is not the world they was in before. Like, this is the time, it's coming to the time of Christ. And as it gets closer to that time of Christ, they're going to have less and less ability to manage this earth. You're going to see them crumbling down as the Lord raising up. And as the Lord raising up and they crumbling down, they're going to lose a lot of power, a lot of wealth, a lot of authority. And most importantly, they're going to lose the ability to put so much fear in God's chosen people.
That's right.
They're going to lose that ability too. So, Lockie, I hear you.
Go ahead, Cap. Salaki.
Just quick, I'm tied to what you're saying too. So I don't know, you know what I mean, if I'm right with saying this, but this whole thing with the Catholic Church, it bringing to mind the situation with King James when he translated the Bible to English for the common people.
Yeah.
So now AI, you just have to ask it questions pertaining to the Catholic Church, and it's going to, you know what I mean, give you your answers. And now take it to the priest and them, and the priest and them can answer it. And you go do your research and see, the Catholic Church been abusing children, pillaging, stealing.
Yeah.
You understand? They're going to lose black people because black people really in there seeking God, not knowing the people above you don't care about God.
So like, if I could, Cap, what you saying is so heavy because look at how much we rely on information from the World Wide Web right now.
Mm-hmm.
AI is taking it, it's like a hyperlink to a whole nother aspect of information. And then not only that, geography. And then not only that, when dealing with the stars and so forth. And all, I mean, there's so much stuff. It's almost it's dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
Because when it's information that you can put in there, and it's almost, you can, for those hackers out there, they know how to customize that AI to do all kind of things. It's damn near can weaponize it. That's how dangerous it is. And then when you look at the job market and all those different things, like he knows, like they know, it's almost like a religious cold war. It's just getting ready to happen with the technology. And like the general said, it's going it's really going to replace the Roman Catholic religion. You know what I'm saying? If you got you pop on your phone, you confessing to the phone now. You're not going in a booth. You're not going, you know what I'm saying? You get your sacrament, you get a digital sacrament. You know what I'm saying? You probably turn it into a crypto. I don't know what the hell they're gonna do with it. But once again, these white people are selling themselves out.
Yeah.
Governor Tate Reeves of Mississippi, they call him Taylor Tot. He's down there. White people are in an uproar with pitchforks, in an uproar right now because he's cut a deal with Elon Musk. And where those used to be cotton fields and corn fields, you're gonna have data centers out there now, hovering over the plantations. They don't like that. They want to keep Mississippi the way it was, and he's selling them out. And it's clantastic. The Lord is doing exactly what he said he was going to do. Because guess what? That man lives by his belly. He have no allegiance to country. He has no allegiance to a flag. He only serves what satisfies him. And all they did was get black people out the way and after they redrawed all the maps, boom, got the call. Yeah, we're gonna bring in these data centers. You already cut the deal, and they are furious. What did you expect? And just remember, black people didn't do this to you. Just remember, the Latino, Native American, Indian people didn't do this to you. Your own people did this to you. So like I yield.
Right.
So like
I think the general went up. I think the general went off for a second.
Okay. If I
could, coming back now. Hold on. He's back now.
Go ahead, Michelle, because I sent you a video. I'm gonna ask you to read it afterward. Please continue, Natak, or whoever was talking.
Warren, you got it.
Come on, sir. It's like it. And you know what the main fear of AI is unsupervised information. That's their main fear. Now, even when I came into the school, sir, you know what was the most shocking thing to me when I came into the school, coming out the Christian church? Watching General Muhammad's class, and he starts the class with questions. I was like, you could ask questions? It was like a foreign concept to me. Because in the Christian church, you go there, you just listen to them speak and give you a bunch of speeches. I mean, and even the way they do it, they read something, then they ask a question, and you answer out of the paragraph. You don't go outside the paragraph. So watching Jeremy Muhammad say questions was like weird to me when I first came. It was like, oh, not weird like bad, but like surprising. Like, so their fear is a slack, sir.
I was just going to say, and people call with some of the heaviest questions that is on other people's mind, but nobody's used to asking them. And when they ask him and he answers them, it's like, wow, I've been wondering about that for years, which is heavy as hell. Big shout out to General Muhammad. You know what I mean? Damn right. So, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
You too, officer. So on top of that, they're afraid of the unsupervised conversation with AI. Sometimes I drive long drives, and I'll battle AI the whole drive. I was having a battle with the AI about the word holy. AI said, yeah, it does mean to be separate. I said, okay, so separate means, so I told AI, so you're telling me if I have a piece of pie, and I cut the piece of pie into slices and offer everybody a slice, but my slice is mine, that slice is holy to me? It said, yes, that's exactly right. I said, okay, so how could the Quran be holy if it's for everybody? I said, you got a point.
You're right.
But that unsupervised availability is dangerous.
Man.
Nothing. I already learned everything in the school. But a simple Christian or a simple Muslim might learn something they're not supposed to learn. Salaki.
AI sound like it could get radicalized. That's what it is. that AI speaking, sending you messages in the morning, all kind of shit in a second.
Damn right. Yeah, it'd be a digital manifesto right there.
Right. And here's the scary part. Remember, AI is learning from us. So somebody else gonna ask about that holy, and they gonna think that means pure and nice and this. And AI gonna come back and say, well, according to Awariala, and according to the Hebrew text, it means to separate.
You know what's funny, Salaki, sir? You know what's funny? In the beginning, it tried to tell me it means pure. I said, that's
See that? See that?
And it says, yes, that is true. That's the original meaning of it.
Now imagine when somebody come and say, AI, isn't God for everybody? AI might come back and say, well, not if you're gonna be holy. Because holy means separate. Like what? Like it's gonna mess them up. You know what I mean? Like asking the right questions and getting the right answers is bad for them because they live in a world that's created by lies. So now you're going to come back and now, correct all those lies with proof. Now they're going to start answering people with the truth, and that's going to, of course, tear up all the scenarios around the world.
Come on. So, like I said, if I could,
Please, Cap.
jumping on the back of what Captain Kahum was bringing out about, this redistricting and these Edomites thinking they're going to gobble up all this political power. I heard a story today that in Delaware, in a town in Delaware or district in Delaware, they passed a law that corporations can vote in local elections. And Delaware is the state that's famous for all the people that's looking to start a business. You start your business in Delaware because Delaware don't have no state tax, and you don't have to live in Delaware to have a business. So what they're saying is they starting to test letting corporations have voting power. So now, when an election come around, it's not the people that's doing the people don't have the majority. The people aren't the ones doing the voting. You got these corporations that's got addresses in this district. They the ones that's casting votes for whatever politicians they want to get in the power. And of course, if the corporations are the ones that's voting, whoever they elected, they just paying them to pass whatever bill they want passed or do whatever zoning restrictions they want so they can build data centers or doing different things like that. Like this whole system that these Edomites have set up and thrived on for so many years is falling apart in so many ways. And like Capcom was bringing out, they made a concerted effort to try and, block black people out from being participated in that system. And the Lord never wanted us to participate in that system anyway. And they're going to find out very soon that this system was not set up for their benefit either. So I just want to bring that out.
That's a good point too. Boy, it's a refreshing day to find out that voting is no longer what we should hope on. And we've been hoping on voting for God knows how long. Now we found out they're going to take that hope away now as well. So guess what? We're going to eventually find out all we got is calling on the Most High. We're going to find out eventually that, like, as a people,
That's
that
right.
we're going to have to now, like, we ain't getting no help from nowhere. We're going to definitely have to turn to that Psalms 121, you understand, and realize our help coming from above. Because you're right, like this whole voting thing has been one of the most horriblest things that ever happened to us in terms of brainwashing and believing in this. Now the redistricting gonna come. Let's see. Ain't nothing gonna change but what has been going on, which is the slow and slippery slide of decline of blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians. It has never changed in a single vote. It has always gone that way because voting or not voting, you can't change the hatred that Esau has for us. And you certainly can, we don't even know what to vote for. Like how do we know what to vote for when we're not even together? And you got to be together and understand what is the best goal for your people. Like we literally sat up in Detroit. You understand? We sat up in Motor City, Detroit, a chocolate city that thrived at one time on the manufacturing of vehicles. And we sat up in that city and let a fake black woman, or really an East Indian, perpetrating like a West Indian when she wasn't neither, because her daddy is an Edomite, and sat up in our face and told us that we should vote for depopulation. We should vote for birth control. Like that sat up in our face and said, the thing y'all need is to vote to kill yourselves off. Like that's what she should have said. You should have just said, y'all voting to kill yourselves off. Get that speech if you can, Kazak. Like that's what we should have been saying. And we sat right there like, that was a viable thing to vote for. How you going to vote if you don't even know what to vote for?
Right.
How you going to vote? How you going to vote when you can't even educate your children to vote? Like, what good is being able to vote if the people that you're with is too dumb to know what to vote for? And we as a people are dumber than we ever could imagine as a people. Is why the Lord raising up prophets to give us the right direction. Because we don't know what to vote for, what to stand for. We don't know any of that. And now they're going to give us the option to lobotomize our brain to have freedom. And guess what? We dumb enough to take it. We dumb enough to take it. And why? Because they done had 400 years of making us dumb as hell.
That's
You understand? You got Kazak's with us?
Yeah, I'm right here, sir. Slack General. I have the video right here. I'm gonna send it to Captain Mashak, sir.
Mashak, if you could play this video right quick. All right. Where she made this speech. And we sat right up there and voted like to have a good vote. We voted. And let me tell you something, Ma. For a man of God, for men and women of the Lord that love the truth and love the Lord, these things, man, are an abomination to them. Like these are an abomination to us. Why? Because having no hope in the Most High, but so much hope in voting for Kamala Harris.
Right.
As if that was going to really do something for her. Like what? Like how stupid are we as a people? I'm sorry to say, we dumb like a mule.
That's right.
You understand? And anybody could just lead us off astray. You know what I'm saying? Which is why the Most High said that the children of Israel are as a sheep given to the slaughter. Get that too. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why he said that. And we don't know what the hell we doing. And thank the Lord he didn't gave us problems because we in the fog. We literally are in the fog of what's going on in America and around the world. Like we still voluntarily signing up for the military. And meanwhile, we dying every week. They grinding us up, man, like you grind up cornmeal for a meal. Like that's what the hell is happening to us. You got it, Mashak?
Nah, not yet. So he putting it in the chat for me to just play from the chat.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like it's ridiculous, like the life we live in, the world we living in. Like our kids is, you know what I mean? Our women walk around like this. Well, I don't know what you got, like a character. And black women walking around like a character you watch on TV.
Right.
That's how much they done destroy us. Brothers too.
Yes, sir.
Like we done lost ourselves in this place, which is why calling on the Lord is so important. And we don't even know to call on him. You know what I'm saying? Which is why we're going to lose so many of us before this thing is all over. And so many of us will turn on each other before this is over. But man, those that love the Most High and respect the Most High and stand with the not some church singing rotten ass Christians. Because let me tell you something, the Christian church is the perfect place to go when you want to hide the real you. When you want to hide how effed up and horrible you are as a person, as a human being, you go get up in that church where you can dress nice, talk nice, you understand, and be beloved and respected like you are somebody that is a decent human being. And no matter how much of a rotten piece of garbage you are, you can go there, man, and it could change you. And you could start over 1,000 times. You could start over. You just go to another church and start again, until you find some place that you're comfortable at, and that's where you just hide out for the rest of your life. You understand that? Like it is a harborer of fugitives against the Most High. Tell me when you got it, Mashak.
Yeah, ready now, sir.
Like that church is there it is. Like that's where you harbor fugitives at. Like we should, like Christ said, it's so right. Take no thought for thy life. Boy, that's a hard pill to swallow, being in hell. You being in hell, man, it makes you're trained from a child on how to survive. You got to 5 years old, you got to be put on a bus and left to the devices of some possible child molesting bus driver and a bunch of kids who you may or may not have been raised the right way in a classroom overcrowded for a teacher to actually supervise it. And from that day on, from 5 years old on, you live a life of trying your best to survive and succeed and excel in this evil world. And I don't care if you get into entertainment, sport, or whatever. Mayweather suing his manager for $179 million. What a genius. Now, listen, I mentioned this on Monday. Floyd Mayweather is pound for pound, in my humble opinion, the best pound for pound fighter in the history of boxing. Above Ali, above Tyson, above all of them. Pound for pound, 55-0. Ain't nobody whooped like that boy whooped behind.
Right.
Ain't nobody watched that boy get whipped. You understand? 55-0. But he is a dummy.
Mm-hmm.
from being in this hell. He is a dummy compared to what they doing, and not just him. Tons of people we revere as great and wonderful are in the same damn boat. You got him a shot?
Yes, sir.
Play that video of this woman, and and they had the nerve to be mad at us that we didn't get on board with this. He would have been as bad, if not worse, than Donald Trump with the plan that they had on. Bill Gates would have probably started years ago on trying to exterminate us. Play that tape right quick, guys.
Come on.
Entrepreneurs and innovators from and in the community. Think about the impact on something like public health. When we invest in clean energy and electric vehicles and reduce population, more of our children can breathe clean air and drink clean water.
That's it, sir.
Like you got to be a dummy to clap for that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like only stupid people would clap for that. You telling me if I voluntarily wipe out my own people or depopulate my own people, then we gonna all live good. Meanwhile, we've been here 450 years, ain't lived good yet. But now you want us to kill off some of our people, and you saying at the end of that we all gonna live good. Are you bugging out? Are you a goddamn idiot? Like we supposed to have listened to that and took that in? Like we had better wake up and call on the Most High and find out what He wants. You got something up on your screen like a black. Oh, you trying to get it off? Like we had better call on the Father, brother, because we are lost in the goddamn sauce as a people. You know what I'm saying? And they come in, Ghostbusters to come wipe us the hell out. And you understand? And it's almost insulting that we turn around and not do that. Even the so-called Jew, before he votes for a politician, him and his people come together and decide what they need as a people.
That's right.
And then if they don't invent the politician, if they don't buy the politician, they find one useful enough for them to use. Same with the Muslim community. Same with the white Christian community. The only one dumb and stupid and backwards as they could possibly be is us following a dead man's dream that was a nightmare for 60 years on our people.
That's right.
We the only idiots doing that stupidity, man. When we could have been coming together. There's so much that we could and should have done for us that we can't do. You can't pull it off the screen, Mashak. You stuck on it?
No, I just had it up there as you was talking about her.
Oh, I got you. Okay. Like you can't give me a break. So much that we need. So much that should happen with us. So much that our lives are suffering from. And no help. No understanding, no help from the wealthy, no help from the entertainers, no help from the politicians, certainly no help from white America. You understand? And here we are, we sit around like we don't even understand what the hell is going on. Well, brother, let the Lord come. Let him come. Since nobody count on him, let them keep believing in what they believe in and let the Lord come. Because boy, oh boy, we're gonna call on him in that day. So Lakia, whoa, I'll come back on the other video later. The water.
Come.
Slack it, John.
Right.
I'm sorry, go ahead, priest.
The water too. So no, it's gonna say real fast too, John. What you're saying is so heavy. The proof that when she said the reduced population, she was not talking about white babies. She had the mobile abortion trucks outside of her damn rallies, sir. At the
in Detroit
conventions for black women and Hispanic.
Yes. You know what I mean? Like somebody should have came up to her right after that and said to her, "Are you referring to depopulation including white people?" Somebody should have called her out on the record. Let's see if she was going to say, "Yeah, we should depopulate part of the population in the whole country." Yeah, right. Yeah, right. She'd have gave us a word salad of, well, whatever areas that are overpopulated that need it, and is da-da-da-da-da, and da-da-da-da-da. They done took Margaret Sanger's genocidal program and brought it all the way up to the presidential candidate, and then got a brown-faced East Indian, half Edomite, to present it to us, and we sat up there and cheered. Like what she was saying was so heavy. She was nodding her head like, isn't that the truth? Isn't that the way it should be? Like we are dummies. You hear me? Because we sitting there in all these churches. There it is. That was whoo, that's a heavy picture. Like we sitting in here in all these churches, all these rotten ass sodomites sitting over these churches, and we can't even figure out how to help ourselves in the smallest ways.
Right.
In the smallest ways. We can't even figure out, at least we can't even figure out who is openly saying to wipe us the hell out.
That's right.
We can't even figure that out. So give me a damn break, man. People are just monsters, man. And the day needs to come, man. The day needs to, I hate to say it, because I don't want to suffer and I don't want to see us suffer. But Lord knows the day got to come out where, like the scripture said, where you say, if it's the Lord's will, I live today. That day got to come where you don't know where that morsel of bread is coming from that's going in your goddamn mouth. And then when that brother come along and hand you that morsel of bread, then your dumb ass will know who you should care about.
That's right.
Then your dumb ass will know who is it that really cared about you. Because right now we good and drunk and stupid about what we should be standing on. But we'll know in that day. I bet you that.
That's
I bet you that. We'll know who by who's handing us a glass of water. We'll know that day. You know what I mean? So like I don't know. I think I was too mad to come on here with y'all tonight.
General
I'm messing up a good, y'all got a good, man, intellectual flow going. I come up in here. You know what I'm saying?
No, we need General. If I could, General, you cut once again. You cutting through the fog.
Right.
It's so heavy. And by the way, for all those out there, the naysayers against the ISUPK, the intellectual black people, let us remind you that Kamala Harris is a HBCU graduate from Howard University.
Wow, heavy.
Yes, Howard University, the Howard's best, a distinguished sorority member, AKA, I believe.
Yeah.
And this is what has produced among us, which is she's like a Trojan horse anyway, because she's cosplaying being somebody she's not. I wonder who gave her that card, the black card, to do that. HBCU, Howard. Now, going off the heels of what Commander General Yahanna said, recently, just this week, a man by the name of Clarence B. Jones, who is the co-author and was a personal counsel and advisor to Martin Luther King, who helped shape I Have a Dream speech. He just passed away. He just transitioned at 95 years old. Brothers and sisters, this is the end of an era, and it's time to wake up. They are not going to tell you that they made an error, and it's so bad now. These Uncle Tom Negroes, like, they won't even let you have a new dream.
They won't even let you examine whether or not the last dream was a mistake.
Right. To the water, sir.
I saw them talking about marching over that bridge down in Selma.
Oh my goodness.
You know what I mean? I looked at that bridge and said, can somebody help me out? Because what the fuck is going to help us by walking over this goddamn bridge?
That's right.
God damn.
Yeah, and you brought out some, in the early stages, raising a new, yes, like I say, Amir, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, right. You brought out some in the earlier stages, in the truth as well, where you mentioned, a new breed of Hebrew now, right? So you being the pillar, let me say, getting this truth and having been given the opportunity to other brothers to receive this, whereby it could be able to spread through the four corners of the earth and be able to rejuvenate the spirits of black men, whereby the structure of the black home could really come back to the place where it's supposed to be, and not where it's supposed to be only, that our children will be raised up to have the opportunity to know that we belong to our house and we belong to our family. And that structure, it was so, I always look at it, the family structure The East Indians will have their family, the Chinese, the Africans, all these nations, and
Heavy.
the opportunity that we have right now. I always say this is nothing like for being down in the Caribbean, and we always, would always look to America as a idol for betterment in the Caribbean, right? And seeing this opportunity where the Lord, provided that we have the assurance and we have the hope that this family and this house could survive in this time. You being that pillar under the Most High and Christ and being able to raise black men back up, is a glorious thing. I just say this is a glorious thing for me, and I embrace it every day. Every day.
Damn right.
Damn right. Okay, right. Damn right. You know what I mean? Like only through your Howard Shy, and that's real love. Real love of your Howard Shy. It would be you would go listen to what he's saying.
Right.
Like real love ain't singing and dancing and then go home and be the nastiest whore on the block.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Real love ain't singing and dancing over there on Sunday and you the biggest sodomite in the neighborhood, child molester or whatever horrible thing you doing, having a big giant, you got a big giant church with 20,000 people in there and you got the biggest sissy in the state sitting up there over the top of them. And pretending like somebody's supposed to ignore all this switching you doing up on the goddamn stage.
Right.
Like we supposed to ignore that. Like it ain't, we just here for Jesus.
That's right.
Like, come on, man. Like this is ridiculous. We better go call on the Father.
That's
which
right.
is what the Israelite School UBK been doing, and everybody better come on and do it because otherwise, like the scripture said, there'd be no flesh left to save.
Yeah.
You leave it to this world. So Lockie, I mean cut in.
And General, could I add to what you're saying too with what that heathen was saying? What's her name? Kamala.
Right? Yeah.
This has always been the fear of the oppressor. Numbers. It's always been a numbers game with him. Right? And that Margaret Sanger, you know what I mean, when you go do the research on her, she said she wanted to go to the leaders in the church because black people were religious. And she said if she could get them to turn, black people will follow. You understand? And what we don't know, and this is why the scared of AI too, because you could, you know what I mean, put it in, you know what I mean, the Google machine and find out, you know what I mean, what's going on with the white population. And General, this article, I think you all brought out part of the article on the Black Watch, right? I'm gonna just read a little bit, just the conclusion of this article. Right, this is I forget the name of the school that had that article came from. Let me see. Let's go to the top. White deaths exceeds birth in majority of United States. I don't know if you remember. You all went over that on Black Watch, right? No,
what was the headline again? White births what?
White deaths exceed births in majority of the US states.
Damn.
Right? Now, when you go down to the conclusions, where they did the, you know what I mean, from the research, they come up with this conclusion. So they say we find out white natural decrease in the United States for the first time in 2016, according to the NCHS data, right? We also find that 26 states are currently experiencing it and that its occurrence has accelerated significantly in the past 2 years from 17 states in 2014 to 26 states in 2016. So this is in 2016 they're talking about. So 56% of the US population resides in the 26 white natural decrease states, and many of them are among the nation's most populous and urbanized. In addition to the long-term demographic forces we identified, two recent trends are accelerating in the incident of white natural decrease. The first is a significant decline in U.S. fertility fostered by the Great Recession. Some 500,000 fewer babies are being born annually now than had pre-recession fertility rate being sustained, and nearly 2.1 million more women of prime childbearing age are childless than would be expected. A significant share of those 500,000 annual births that are not occurring would have been white. A critical question now is whether these births have been delayed or whether they will be foregone entirely. So it's a numbers game with them. The Democrats, the Republicans, they know it. You understand? So that whole Donald Trump getting rid of sending the abortion back to the states is really they trying to lessen their decrease, because they know it's just a matter of time before we take them over. And that's why they're doing all of this, to try and cause, havoc on the earth. But it's really a numbers game.
If I could, Cap, just based on that, what you say there. So you mean to tell me they in a recession and they stop having sex?
Yes.
Like they get poor, so they don't go with a woman no more. Meanwhile, we be poor. We could be under a bridge, babies getting born. I think if they really want to control population, they'll just give us the money, because it seems like the rich Negroes don't make children. They have 1 or 2 or 1.5 babies. Meanwhile, one brother, he on minimum wage, he got 10 kids. So if you really want to control population, just give Black and Latino people the money. So we'll control our population, and then you'll be in a recession, so the population will be in control. Problem solved. You ain't got to kill nobody.
Yeah, that's right.
Just redistribute the funds, and we just handle it from there. Because for the life of me, if money is a problem, surely you got more time on your hand to do something. But you get poor and you go to kill people, shoot up the school, beat your wife, molest the kids. The molestation ain't going down though. Even in a recession, they still molest them kids. They don't give a damn about nothing.
True that.
Now no babies get made. They just need to redistribute that money if they really want population control. Why?
And listen, and Mashak, you got that other video? That other video shows you one of the ways they plan to do this thing. Let's play. Can we play that for him, Mashak?
Yes, sir.
Was somebody else trying to jump in? I'm sorry.
Nah, sir.
Okay, go ahead, Mashak. Play. Check this out, fam. Now, y'all got to get me right on this here. This is about insane as it could be. If this is this the one with the prison, Mashak?
Yes, sir. Come on.
Play this video for everybody if you can. If you can make it big screen,
that allows inmates to serve years of their sentence in just a matter of minutes. So the criminals is gonna have a choice to spend tens of years behind bars, or they can make the choice to get the artificial memory implanted into their brain. So this process is called Cognify. And the intent of it is to treat the criminal like a patient. They're gonna try to change the person's brain chemistry. After this process, when they re-enter society, they will be new and reformed, and they won't even be capable of committing any other crime. The chip can make the patient feel empathetic. Depending on the severity of the crime, the chip can also make you feel the emotional and physical pain of the victim and the family members. You can feel what they felt. So the process only takes about 7 minutes. But to the patient, it seemed like it had been years. Last year, the U.S. government spent $8.7 billion taxpayers' dollars on the prison. They say with this new prison, they can save money for healthcare, education. Also, they feel that it will be so many reformed people that doesn't commit crimes. Y'all leave in the comments and tell me what y'all think about this. Do y'all think this is actually going to work? Or do y'all think that they're creating something that they don't even know that they're creating? Y'all leave in the comments and tell me what y'all think. So they come.
Like, they want you to lobotomize yourself.
Yeah.
To get back up into society. First of all, ain't a quarter of that money going to nobody. They're not going to take that money and put it in the healthcare and all of that. They're gonna take that money, put an ankle bracelet on that criminal, and still charge the state for managing him with the chip. The chip will be a mind managing fee. Like if they get to implement something like that, come on, man.
Yeah.
Like we heading to Frankenstein now. We head into an era where you no longer have a mind, which is the whole point to get you to stop serving the Lord. Now you give up your mind, you no longer you'll no longer be able to serve whatever you want to serve. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like this is the end time. Like now's the time. Like the brother just brought out. Somebody just threw it up in the chat. Kamada, I think it's Kamada or Kwamada. I'm sorry, Kwamada. So hard. It says 5100. Like we living in that time where, come on, man, they're gonna wipe us off the face of the map any which way they can.
Right.
And which is why we should be taking care of ourselves as a people and doing it how the Lord said do it. Like you can navigate slavery and bring your people back as a people, but you got to do it how the Lord said do it, starting with obeying them laws, statutes, and commandments. Salaki, I yield.
In general, if that's the case, like the Bible say, be ye transformed by the renewal of your mind. Like if they know that you need to change the minds of criminals, why not work on transforming the mind? Why the quick fix? Why not put things in place so that it's like re-education, it's reforming, actually reforming. Maybe it's really they're driven by so much of the profit that actually changing people. They know they wouldn't have a use for a prison in the future. They'll know they'll have a society that self-regulates very well, self-governs very well. The social standard or the social currency is going to be so much higher that society will ostracize you before you reach the point of the crime. They'll see the deviant behavior, or they'll see the social decline in a person and start self-regulating it. The society will start a self-check to the point where you probably wouldn't even reach to the state of committing that crime. But they know you need to renew somebody's mind, but they won't do it the way the Lord said to do it. They'll do it in a way where they could just make you a bigger, better, more willing slave, and they could upload or upgrade your software to make you more soft, more docile, more like just the typical stereotypical buck Negro, just big, and he don't really have a mind, feeble-minded. It's damn that the chip will take you back to being feeble-minded, or what's the other word I think it's feeble-minded. The same thing with the sisters. When they euthanize the sisters, they say they're feeble-minded, they can't take care of kids. The chip ain't gonna make you a productive, member of society. If that was the case, then I could be a doctor in 7 minutes versus 7 years. If that's the case, I don't have to go to law school. You could just download the whole thing in my head. If I'll feel the pain and the feelings of the victim's family, surely you could upload the whole process of analyzing cancer and treating cancer in my head. But they're only concerned with driving that profit and not at all about reforming nobody.
And I want to know is what they're gonna do when they get a sodomite in the programming room and program all the prisoners to be goddamn sodomites. What the hell they gonna do then?
They're gonna say he was born that way, so they're
gonna have a real damn problem.
Right.
Like this cat want to play Frankenstein with the lives of the chosen people of the Most High, which is insane. And you know what pisses me off about it all? It always pisses me off when I hear that the excuse is that it'll save a lot of money. Like when it comes to us, anything that they do for us has to be based on saving money. Like they got to say that for white people. They can't say this will just make a better black man. They got to say this will save tons of money in healthcare. Like you got to make, because white people don't want to spend a dime on us. They want to spend it on themselves. So if you start talking about doing anything for black people, or so-called doing anything for black people, and you don't include how this is going to save white people money, because they've got white people brainwashed into believing that all that's going on in these cities and all this suffering and all this mess is all because white people have to foot the bill. And white people are paying for all this, which is a goddamn lie. They shut these cities down. White people are starving in the damn Midwest and in these little small towns. They already starving in these small towns. The cities is why you think they leaving the small towns and going to the city? Because that's the only place that's generating any money. Not these little small towns and little areas. They struggling like hell. And if the corporations didn't come in, they'd never even survive. Like if the corporations didn't come in and set up gas stations and malls and different places like that, these little towns would have been wrapped up back in the 1910s.
That's right.
You understand? But these corporations came in and make the money off us. Walmart will set up a Walmart in New York City or wherever they do it at and make a fortune. But part of that fortune is going to go to stock up the Walmart in Okie Dokie Town, where white people ain't got no money no damn way, but they still got a good Walmart. Why? Because the Walmart is taking the money that they're getting off of blacks and Latinos and carrying it up to that other town. So I don't know who the hell they think they fooling. And they always making that up, which is so like the Nazis. Like the Nazis did not want anybody spending any money on the so-called other nations unless it was for some benefit or profit. And black people, boy, we better wake up and recognize that we're not here to just, cut their economy. We the ones building their economy, but they acting like they got to cut money from us, because we're like an expensive burden on them when we're the only reason they still making any goddamn money, which is us. You know what I mean? So it's ridiculous how they handle it and how they word it to make it always look like, don't worry, y'all, we're going to save some money by lobotomizing these Negroes and taking away, their brain from them. And this is the age of Frankenstein. Salak, y'all yield.
Yeah. Calm. John, I don't know if you want to touch on the Adrian Broner story.
Which one is that?
That's the one, the ex-boxer who had touched the girl ass in the
Hey, let me ask you this: do you have that Kevin Hart one?
His response with the joke.
Yeah, because I don't know the story, but I heard that he threw black people under the bus. Is it true?
He deflected to the point where he asked like, what do you want me to do about it? Like, he's like, it's a
Please tell me you got that on tape.
Let me see if I find it.
Right, please tell me you got that on tape.
Salak, sir, if I could.
Please.
As Captain Mashaka's pulling the video up, this Kevin Hart situation is just another one of those reminders of the detriment that we face by joining our oppressors. Like, we wanted to integrate so bad into their entertainment and be so a part of their culture of what they call a roasting that we got to be subjected to goddamn jokes about a man being choked to death in front of the world to see. You know what I'm saying? And it was such a horrible thing what happened to that brother George Floyd. For that devil to get up there and tell that joke, it had to be a sellout like Kevin Hart to want to be a part of their culture, to want to partake in their cruel, that's a cruel culture, that roasting thing. They get up there and just make all types of horrible jokes about your family. Had the black sister up there, Cheryl Underwood, they making fun of her husband and unalived himself some years ago. Like, it's a cruel thing that is really a part of that white man culture. It's part of that hazing. It's part of that pledging for the return. You got to let somebody paddle you on the butt and just crack an egg in your mouth and you got to pass it to another man's mouth. All that nonsense that they put you through. They call it a humiliation ritual. That's what that Kevin Hart roast was. It was a humiliation ritual for him to, continue to stay in Hollywood and make his money and continue to be, in the good graces of those devils. And because of it, we had to be subjected to such a horrible thing. And it just should be another reminder to brothers and sisters that we should have never sought to have peace with these people, should have never sought to join them and be a part of their culture, because you have to sacrifice something. And Kevin Hart is a man that sacrificed his integrity, his dignity and honor, and all of the dignity and honor of black people with having them devils up there for that roast, sir. Salaki.
Listen, you so right. A white man, he just, he see a black man with wealth. He got to have him a moment where he get to humiliate him, because the more wealth you have, boy, it makes him feel like you're not the one on the bottom. You're really on the top. And he got to be able to kick you one good time So he can feel like, ooh, okay, I'm still the one in charge. Like what you saying is so true. I want to hear his response on this tape. I want to hear him whore himself out. As soon as Mashak get it.
Come on, so it's here.
The best set, or one of the best sets between.
Kevin Hart made his first podcast appearance since the live roast on Netflix sparked major controversy online, going on to The Breakfast Club to defend comedy and the concept of a joke.
Do you feel like Tony Hinchcliffe went too far when he made that joke about George Floyd?
It's Tony Hinchcliffe. I don't expect less. I don't expect more.
I feel like you're saying going too far is the point. I don't want to put words in your mouth.
Yes, I mean, that's why you're there. People are talking about that joke. Talk about his set. Tony Hinchcliffe arguably had the best set, or one of the best sets between Tony and Cheryl.
I was laughing out loud at Tony until that joke.
Until the joke.
But not even just that joke. I don't like when people joke about violent, tragic death.
Pete had a great set too. Pete had a Charlie Kirk joke in there. Like, would I tell those jokes? No. But do I get why they're being told? Yes. Like, I'm not looking at Pete crazy. I'm not looking at Tony crazy. Like, that's what, I know what you're going to do. I know your style of comedy.
Did you see the interview that I did with Terrence Floyd, George Floyd's brother?
No.
So he said
Can you pause that for a minute? So, y'all, can I just cut in on this for just a second? This is the whole problem with us as a people. Like, he is comparing a white man joking about killing a black man by the hands of police to a black man making a joke about a white man being killed or losing his life. And the problem is there's no comparison. It isn't just George Floyd. It's an entire nation being terrorized by the police forces of the United States, as it is this day. And of course, there's no statistics, no record keeping of it, no acknowledgement of it. Even when George Floyd died, they still pushed up against it and said Blue Lives Matter. There was never any recognizing it as a nation. And yet, black people have to now turn around and look at it like comedy when a white man trashes what's happening to our families every day. Black men are dying every day in America. Black men are being falsely incarcerated every day in America. Black men are being killed at the hands of police officers every day. And the fact that we took a knee turned the entire country upside down. The country turned upside down because black men decided to take a knee for the young black men were being killed across this country. And for Kevin Hart's poor ass to turn around and say that's the same, that's their kind of jokes, is so irresponsible, and it's so dismissive. And that's the part that just kills me. Like, you'll be a black man and become successful in white America, but when they tell you to put a dress on, you do it. But you're successful. Like, what? Like, since it's just a joke and it's this and that, why can't you stand up for that brother that's being killed? Like, you can't stand up for George Floyd or any other black man who's been killed like that. Like, you got to shut your mouth and let the white man joke about the mass murders, killings, and brutal beatings of black men across this country. You got to be quieter. But you can't tell them, I don't want to put on no dress, you understand, to appease the audiences. I don't want to do that. I want to be a man and represent as a man. You can't tell them that. David Chappelle did that and lost a $50 million contract. Kanye West exposed that stuff and they blocked $75 million illegally out of his account. Like, you can't do that. But you can sit up there and kiss white people's ass and act like them trashing us in our tragedy is the same. It is totally not the same.
Right.
It is completely different. White men ain't being killed in these streets and brutalized in these streets and up under racism and have been suffering in this country for 400 years. That is not going on right now. Not for white people. So to sit up there and make it like it's all the same, you either blind yourself like a good sellout and a good whore, or you're just a fake and phony human being and nobody's life matters to you. And you better pray and hope that the Lord doesn't bring that tragedy to your door, because you still a nigga riding around in a car.
Mm-hmm.
I yield.
That's right. And to add to what you're saying too, General, it's almost to the point where black people need to recognize that in America, you've been trained to be second place. You've been trained. And watching Kevin Hart on stage, he is trained to accept second place. You understand? All this equal rights, all, you know what I mean? We equal in America. Ask Kevin Hart if we equal. He sat down, take that, and listen to the white man speak about his brother, you know what I mean, in a way where, come on, he should have said something, but he didn't, because he'd been trained in America to be second to the white man, to the oppressor.
And let me like to cut in on you, but didn't they say that they knew the jokes before they happened?
Yeah.
The jokes came out before it happened. And you, Kevin Hart, probably the biggest black comedian in America right now. And you, Kevin Hart, wealthy, powerful, and all that. And you mean to tell me you can't tell them, listen, man, don't use that joke. That joke is too offensive. It's beyond comedy. That joke is talking about a tragedy running through America that needs to be stopped. Let's not you can find something, if you need to be derogatory towards blacks, go ahead and find your jokes. But let's not use some things that are ongoing tragedies and make light of them. You can't be responsible enough to do that. You the one that's in power over the show and watching the jokes come across. What a bullshit ass nigga. And he'd be the same nigga that be telling us to vote for this or vote for that or join this or join that or do this way and that way. And us, because we dumb as a box of rocks, instead of serving the Lord, we'll listen to this clown. You understand? And follow what he's saying, and before you know it, we'll head down another road of destroying ourselves. This clown will be the one standing next to the next Democratic candidate that tells us to kill our babies. This idiot right here. You understand?
Salak, if I could, General,
please.
This reminds me of Sammy Davis Jr. And how he was looked at being a part of the Rat Pack.
Wait, let me stop you 1 second, please. Your God dog, Yahanna said if they just wait a minute, your God. Wait a minute, let me get what he said.
Quiet.
Okay, he said if they just jokes, then why did they edit out the joke about Melania Trump before it aired? See what I'm saying?
Wow.
See what I'm saying? So it was all right to edit that joke. That joke was all right to edit. And let me tell you something else too, man. I'm praying for this day. I'm praying for the day that black people start making black people that are famous and prominent have to answer for the shit they say and do.
Right.
Do not wait till that day is gonna come where black people are gonna say, yo, I'm not saying that because I ain't gonna piss black people off. Like that day is gonna come where they're going to regulate their big fucking mouth on how they talking about their own people and how they allowing their people to be represented and how they representing themselves among their own people. And it's going to be stopped. Some of them is just such kiss asses for this slave master that they'll do whatever he wants, not knowing the massive damage you do across black people's lives, especially young black boys and young black girls. The humiliation. By the time they get to college, they feel like a 10th class citizen when they got to deal with Edomites in school and so forth because you didn't help humiliate them like never before. That day is going to come. So, Lockie, I yield. I didn't mean to cut you off. I apologize.
It no sweat, General. Can I get a scripture? If I can get James chapter 4, verse 4. And while the brother pulling up that scripture, this reminds me of Sammy Davis Jr. And a lot of black people looked at him as an Uncle Tom because of the jokes that he endured with the Rat Pack, Frank Sinatra and those men, and the racially charged jokes that they would do targeted at him and as a focal point of black people. And it just reminds me of that. You get what I'm saying? Because of the proximity to whiteness, and then not only his wealth, but he can never really be accepted by them. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And that right there, it reminds me of pretty much what happened with it's almost like another version of Sammy
Yeah.
Davis in a way, if you really look at it.
What somebody else was trying to say something?
La, sir.
I was just gonna say what you're saying, is so right. It's so right. Like they've been taking us and making us a clown, and we have been not, even though Sammy Davis later on got real, he got real testy with white America about the way they were treating and talking about him. And the way he was and the way they were treating people like Muhammad Ali and others. Sammy eventually spoke up about how wrong it was and how they were operating, which was good. But at the same time, early in his earlier days, you know what I'm saying, he was tied to that Rat Pack like a mascot. You know what I mean? Being so highly talented, you know what I mean? They just put him in that pack to really make those other halfway talented cats look like they was something like Dean Martin and the rest of them who had no talent at all, who was basically a pimp. You understand? And the other guy that pretty much brought Marilyn Monroe and all them up there to whore themselves out to the Kennedys. But so he was caught up in a lot of that. But boy, he turned a little bit towards the end, but like you saying, which is so right. This is exactly what went on many times. Like we don't have no accountability when it comes to what we say and do. You understand? Before white America, that harms us. We act like it don't harm us. It does harm us. And then here's the other part that's just a death sentence to us. And that death sentence to us is never building anything of our own. Like we learned so well from Martin Luther King and the bus boycott. Like after that boycott was over, we went and got right back up on them white buses. We went and followed his Washington, D.C. plan to integrate us up under the slave master and to never, ever, ever accept a world that didn't have them. In the churches, they accept the world that don't have them. In every neighborhood, every politician, everywhere, they have to be accepted, in whatever world we build. Like, where's all the black playhouses? Where are all the black musicians that are self-owned? Where's the Negro League? Where's everything that we built? Where's everything that we created? Where's everything that we organized, destroyed? Because of people like Kevin Hart, who's getting a bag, and which is such a discount. Like, boy, they get a discount. You get the whole black community to follow this fool, and you just have to pay him, enough money to make black people say, "Wow, he got a lot of money."
Yeah.
When there's 1,000 Kevin Harts that should have been eating off of the same ability to do the comedy and make it and bringing in the same amount of money from our own people. Like, of course, Kevin Hart gets millions for performing because there's no black playhouses for him to perform in and be free to perform in and then take that money and pour it back in the black community. Like right. It's 2 + 2. It's exactly what Martin Luther King burned down among us. Like if you had black playhouses and only black people went to them, you wouldn't make the money that a white man made, but you'd open up enough playhouses to make the money that he made. And by keeping the playhouse, you would have made yourself stronger. You would have took that little bit of playhouse money and added more things to it. And before you know it, that playhouse would have been stronger and you wouldn't have to go to the abortion clinic to kill off your kids because your kids would grow up and they would go to the playhouse and the audience in the playhouse would have gotten bigger. You understand? The pay would have gotten bigger and better. But instead, we like idiots listened to Martin Luther King and them and decided to shut down our playhouse, go to their playhouse, and guess what? Now they can make jokes about you and your people like you're a dog. Like you're a dog, and there's nothing you can say, it's what, it's him, it's what he wants to do. And why do you have to do that? Because, of course, for you to get that kind of money, you got to go to them now. Why? Because you don't have your own playhouses. How dumb and stupid could we be? How foolish we could be. We should have never, ever, ever integrated with them. We should have been like, yes, we under you. We got to serve you according to the Lord until this time is up. And we should have kept on doing what we were doing. And we would have been great at it. Where's the black automobile manufacturer. You mean to tell me one of the biggest automobile manufacturing circuit in the world, in the United States of America, and we don't have a single black car? The Germans were in poverty in World War One. They were starving. Their people were starving. You know what they did? They went in the factory and built the Volkswagen. You understand? That little funny looking Volkswagen you see in the museum, they built that goddamn Volkswagen out, and it was so cheap, people laughed at it. Well, every German had a goddamn Volkswagen.
Right.
And it was manufactured by their own.
That's right.
And they prospered in that Volkswagen. Go see Volkswagen today. Go up in the showroom and tell them, yeah, I want to go buy the latest Volkswagen. You can't afford it, Negro. The average brother or sister can't afford one of them new Volkswagens because they about 80 G's for one. You know why? Because Volkswagen was, them Germans went and built their own and made sure they continue to build. They didn't say, well, we poor and we ain't got none. Let's go to Japan and buy a car. Or let's go to America and buy, GM. Right. No, them Germans went and built them a goddamn Volkswagen. That poor man's Volkswagen turned into one of the biggest car manufacturers in the world. Now, if you want a decent, expensive car and not get a Rolls Royce, guess what? You got to go to the 3 biggest German manufacturers in the world. You got to go to Mercedes-Benz, BMW, and a Volkswagen. And guess what? All 3 of them built tanks and war machines to fight for freedom against all that Europe was strangleholding them with. Don't tell me we supposed to get up there and kiss they behind. Be poor for a minute till you get right. You understand? Be poor. Let your nation be poor if needed till you help yourself. Like, we live a perpetual life of white people saying, what do the niggas want now? We live a perpetual life of them saying, you got to do something about crime. Like, we live a perpetual life of another race complaining daily about us. Like, why in the hell are we living like that when we should be complaining about us and fixing us and stopping people like that who will just sell us out and fill their pocket? And when he's dead and gone, every white Jew that's his banker, his investment advisor, his this, his that, every last one of them will fill their pockets up like they did with Floyd Mayweather, with every record producer in the goddamn black community that ever made any goddamn money. You understand? Going back 100 years, every sports figure, every dumbass fool that invested in some stupid Wall Street company because some investor told them to do it. Every last one of them, all their money is sitting in the suburbs of the white Jews, and black people walking around looking like dummity dum instead of realizing after 60 goddamn years that Martin Luther King did not know what the hell he was doing. Like, we don't even have a think tank that says, let's examine the mistakes of the past. You can't examine the mistakes of the past in the black community. You're gonna be in a fight.
Yeah.
You can't turn down the white Jesus. Like, do you know what it took for the Israelite School of UPK to get black people to take them white Jesuses out of their houses and churches, man? Right. We had to be like maniacs in the streets in the 70s. We had to be like nutty, crazy niggas in the street for black people to say, well, wait a minute, maybe they got a point. Maybe, wait a minute, hold on 1 second. Now, does the Bible actually say Jesus is white? Before you know it, then they eventually started to now pull them pictures. But y'all should have been there. If y'all was just back in the 70s, I ain't talking ancient history.
Right.
10 years after the civil rights movement, if you would have been in black America, brother, look at some of them old films. Jesus, John F. Kennedy, and Martin Luther King was on the goddamn wall in every black house. Little statues of nuns and priests on the dashboard of black people's cars. You understand? Like, we did nothing for ourselves, but listen to this fool, this idiot lie to us and destroy us as a people. We don't have a single industry in America that we could hang our hat on with dignity. We don't have a single invention that we created in this country that did not get stolen that we can now hang our hat on. We don't have a single industry. You can't even say, well, ice cream trucks all over the country are done, is a black person's industry. It used to be the cab industry. It used to be 1,000 industries, and
Right.
every last one of them is gone. And now you got to look at all the heathen own your industry. Imagine that. Imagine having to go buy your fried chicken from a goddamn Arab. An Arab ain't never even known what the hell fried chicken was till he got off the boat in the United States, and now he runs all your chicken. You ain't got no industry. You ain't got no inventions. You ain't got no dignity, no respect. I'm sorry, man. I can't be nice about it. You ain't got shit in this country until you turn back to your Father in heaven, man. And if I could, one last point, and that's why I'm finding out that the Lord is black was one of the greatest things that happened to me, because I knew once we came out and said that God was black and Jesus was black, nobody could steal it. I said, whoa.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Nobody could steal that too, because they'd have stole that as well. They had already stole it and made him white. Once it came out that he was black, it was like, oh, now you got all these Christian churches running around talking about, well, we Israelites. You lying. You teaching white philosophy and you're covering it up with the name Israelite so you can sound black. But that's where the trend is going, because people are waking up all over the world and now saying, were the Jews black? Are they really white? Especially the ones that hate the so-called Jew. They all running around saying it now. They even put it in the those Iranian Lego videos. They put it in the Iranian Lego videos. It's spreading all over the world. And it's the one thing that nobody can steal from you, because ain't nobody a nigga but you. So they ain't nothing they could do about that, which is why they don't want that to ever come out. Like, good night. Thank the Lord he gave you something to hold on to. You know what I mean? Thank God for Revelations 1:14 and 15. Thank God for Daniel 10:9 and 10, what is it, 9 and 10, or what is it? I forget. So lock. I'm so mad about it. Hey, remember the
7 and 9.
Like, thank God for those Jeremiah 14:2 and the rest of those scriptures that can't be robbed from you. Thank the Lord for it. You know what I'm saying? I yield. So lock it, y'all.
Yeah, there's a picture of the phone here. I ain't getting one with Martin Luther King, and it was close enough. Like, that was
one more time.
I said that was down there half the piece of the Trinity, 2/3 of the Trinity.
Yep. Yep. And even how it was up on that mantle like that is so true. So true. That's just how they would have it. And you'd have it on the wall. You know what I mean? I remember many a days seeing it in my grandmother's house. She didn't know better either. And then I'd look up and look at them faces, man. Just gaze at them. You know what I mean? Because they were up there. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Yahanna.
So like a journal, if I could, they had them in the church. Like I had the church fans. I know in Mississippi, they passed out the church fans when it got hot. A lot of times, some of them churches, they didn't have the AC unit, so they had the fans. And I remember the little boy seeing, they had the church fan of John F. Kennedy. They had the church fan of the white Jesus, and they had the MLK on there, on all the church fans. Right. And I would see that as a little boy in church. You know what I'm saying? So, like, what you're saying is so heavy. But if I could, I wanted to grab that scripture, James 4:4, going back to the Kevin Hart situation on how you elaborated, General, going into the whole, the echo chamber that we have here in the UPK. And I want to remind all your brothers and sisters out there, if you ever hear a joke and your enemy is laughing harder than you, the joke is on you. Can I get James 4:4, my brother?
Come. James chapter 4, verse 4. Ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with God?
You see, this is what a lot of people don't understand. You got to be careful who you call your friend. You got to be careful who you make friendship with. Because the Bible says friendship of this world is what?
It's enmity with God.
It's enmity with the Lord. The Lord don't like this world. He don't like the people in this world. You understand? There's a comedic form of truth that we have among us, and we know it. And we laugh at those things because we know those things, they don't offend us. In most cases, they enlighten us to comedic truths.
But this, what he did, what that devil did in front of him on a stage that a platform that he allowed him to be on, he sponsored that, and black people caught on to it.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times you can't really say nothing because you're too close. You're too tight with this world.
Yep.
You got to be careful with that, brothers and sisters, because being a friend to this world means you're an enemy to the Lord, and it compromises your position. You understand? Not only as a comedian, but as a black man, which is who you are first, an Israelite. Go ahead, my brother.
And a responsible leader.
The why?
If I could, real quick, Con, I'm gonna get up out of it. Responsible for you and yours. That's another thing. This individual idea. We all in this hell under this people. You understand? You ain't no God. You ain't no individual when your head getting split open in the middle of the sidewalk. Then you want everybody to help you. You want somebody to scream and stop these animals from what they do to us every day, dragging us. I watched the tape the other day where some white cop was telling this brother to put his baby down. She's dragging him down on the ground, and he's holding on to his baby. And everybody around him is telling the cop, listen, this is not the guy. He didn't do nothing. And she, in a maniac frenzy, is dragging this man with his little baby down on the ground, which is what they want to do to us. Like, where is your responsibility? And that's why I used to listen to Paul Mooney. I know he's a terrible sodomite, or at least they say he was a terrible sodomite. But I listen to Paul Mooney because Paul Mooney always sticks it to him. Like if you're a comedian, why you got the money already? What you scared of? You understand? Stand up, man, and fix something in our lives, or encourage us to fix something with the words that come out your damn mouth. Like, do something, man. Worthless ass nigga. Excuse my French, Salaga. I see it's almost time for me to get off this job.
Nah, Joe.
Then to break the rules.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, God. Please finish, y'all.
Go ahead, Kazaa.
Kawakan. Whosoever, therefore, will be a friend of the world is the enemy of God.
You see that? All you have to do is show me who your friend is, and I'll show you who your enemy is. Because love and hate are complementary of each other. And that's the thing. That's why you got to be careful never to give a platform to a parasite, especially at the detriment of your people. Because once they're laughing the hardest, the joke is on you. And black people took offense to that, and rightfully so. So what he did, he was off. He was wrong for that. You know what I'm saying? He was totally off. You know what I'm saying? But once again, when you love this place, you allow disrespect. You allow somebody to mock your people, mock your culture. I can't. I know I can't do that. It's like I yield.
So like if I made two general. If I made two general, so like it, sir.
Please.
And this is a personal confession too, sir. I truly thank the Lord for Christ, you know, standing and passing down this truth, and then you holding it down, and all the generals and captains, because it gave me a voice. And okay, I remember being in spaces with Esau, and I remember that feeling of this shit I'm hearing is off. It's not funny because of how we taught in the church. That we have to be diplomatic, and you got to be a slave. That's it. You just got to be a slave. And I remember feeling like, okay, these devils is joking about. This is not funny. Like Count Kahan said, they laughing harder than I'm laughing. It's not funny. But the feeling like I had to take it. I had to sit there and take it and put on a smile, and you know, I can't be the angry nigga. Because the angry nigga, there you go, tripping out again.
Right.
So I thank the Lord for the truth, because it truly freed me and gave me the voice. And as long as I have breath, Lord allow, you devils will never bridle my mouth. You will never bridle what the hell comes out of my mouth. You understand? And I thank the Lord for it. And I'm gonna keep making videos. I'm gonna keep speaking on the street. I'm gonna keep going to classes, because I'm not bridling my mouth for you devils. That's not happening. You understand? And every brother should come in here and learn that freedom that Christ died for and gave us to speak the truth.
That's right.
Like, if I could, and why do we got to be a caricature?
Right.
Why do we got to be mocked for you to be friends with them?
Right.
That's what I don't understand. I never understood that.
Right.
Like I gotta allow you to mock me and what I believe in, or my culture, for you to be friends with them.
Right.
I just
crazy.
I can't. I mean, that's what that scripture is talking about.
That's why the Lord said, "Why trimmest thou thy ways to seek love?"
Thank you. You seeking love from the wrong place. Guess what? If they would love you, they would respect you, and they would respect your people.
That's right.
But if they mocking you, the joke is on you.
That's right.
You like, yeah, yeah, it's funny. Yeah, they laughing at you.
Yeah.
The joke is on you. You understand? And black people see it when it's something like that.
Yeah.
And that's how it should be across the board. Everything ain't funny.
Yep.
Everything ain't content.
Right.
So like I yield.
Until
somebody else jumping in, go ahead.
So like I said, I'm just gonna add to what you were saying too. And thank Martin Luther King. That's his dream right there. That became a nightmare for black people. You understand? And a brother put a statement in the chat. I think it was Kwaba, and I had to go look it up. Right, sir? And apparently they're saying, well, another comedian, Michael Shea, was saying that this headline, Michael Shea mocks Kevin Hart roast over all white writing team. So which means they had white writers for them jokes that was cracking on stage.
Yep.
Which lets you know we have to separate. Martin Luther King dream is a nightmare.
Yep.
Now, you have white people writing jokes about your trauma. Nah.
And not Doc, imagine what it takes to get into that room and to be a writer for a Kevin Hart roast. You know what you got to be able to do that, man? You know what it takes to get into that room to be one of them writers? All they did is use that nigga to give them some jobs.
That's it.
Give them writers some jobs.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Give them Edomites some jobs. What the hell they used him for, man? So go ahead now, Doc. I apologize.
And concern, they shouldn't tell black people nothing about DEI. Nothing. You understand? Like this is, you know what I mean, it's shameful, but we should learn from it. And this is what we should take from it. We have to separate. You understand? God commanded, separate from these people, man. So now we can have our own comedy session. And let white people have their own comedy session. You understand? And let's see. A yield.
It used to be a time you would crack the joke in somebody's absence. It used to be the time where you'd have the black club, they're cracking the jokes, in the white circles, they're cracking their jokes, and that's because we segregated and separate. But this pseudo integration, they're saying we come together, but we ain't really come together, because even in us being together, there's a hierarchy, because now the jokes are made at our expense. Yeah. Their presence is at our expense. Like I remember, just like Officer Kazak, being in Trinidad in them churches down there, and them preachers always like to do these crusades where they come with these huge tents like circuses and have them outside crusades. And I remember the church I was going to, they had this preacher from Texas, and this was the first time I've seen a white man in flesh. And cowboy hat, the the choker with the two laces coming down, the boots. I'm looking at him, and he tried to get the church to dance and shit, and I'm in the back there. Even I remember the preacher's wife asked me, "Why you ain't up?" I was like, I'm just cool. I'm trying to ignore her, but all I can see with him is everything I saw on TV from Mississippi Burning to all the slave movies. Just his image up there, because he have the accent, the you know, the just the
You
whole white
saw a real Klansman.
Oh man, General, it was an awakening for me, and I was like, this don't feel right. Like how can
Right.
I remember it so vividly. I think damn near that was the Lord trying to just steer me out that damn place.
Yeah, man.
Feel right. It's one thing with these black people. Then he come in, and I'm like, so I'm supposed to get up because he said get up. I'm supposed to come up front and dance because he said, you know what I mean? It's like it felt real slavey. It felt really slavey. And I looked at the preacher and I'm like, something's wrong with you if you let him come in here. Like it felt like a relation.
Let me tell you something, Shaq. Them Benjamites down there, they've been on that island all them years. Now I'm gonna let the white man come down there and be the big boy now.
It's a lot, yeah. I mean, that shit was, you know, I mean, at that time, Trinidad ain't so open like it is now. Like seeing a full out white person was very rare. It was so rare. So when you see them, it's a kind of like you out of body experience because I'll see him on TV. You get the point? At that time, of course, now it's a lot different. But at that time, you get that accent, you see that boots, and then that brooch with the laces, that really got me. Sir. It's like he was saying, "Come here, boy." It was an invasion. It was a full invasion. So you know, imagine now coming to the point where they're joking about a lynching, which is what happened to Floyd.
That's true.
That was a
modern day lynching
for everybody to see, just like a lynching.
Yeah.
You know, to teach him a lesson, to joke about that, and then you, for the sake of money, say, well, what am I supposed to do? I'm an entertainer and some. The great comedians have a saying, the great ones, I'll tell you a joke, but I won't tell you a lie. Kevin Hart is a liar. A straight up and down liar.
And could I add something to what you're saying, Ms. Shock? Yes, give it up to Ms. Shock, because that was real heavy.
That's right.
But if I could just add one thing, the fact that he said, what do y'all want me to do? Or what do I do? And nobody said, go talk to the Hebrews about that.
Right.
Is the failure of Blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians. Like it's supposed to always be somebody to talk to. He couldn't have talked to the NAACP because they would have told him what he did was a good thing.
Right.
But it should have been some brothers known, and there are. The Israelite School of UPK that they should have been able to say, why you ain't gonna talk to the brothers before you did this. The problem is we don't trust our brothers.
Right.
They don't trust us enough. They'll trust their Uncle Tom, but they ain't gonna trust brothers who truly care for the Lord's chosen people. And because of it, we gonna walk ourselves right into our own destruction. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If I could, General.
Yeah.
And just on the paradox is crazy. Okay, for him to get on there and say, what do y'all want me to do? The y'all was black people.
Yeah.
Like he's saying, what do y'all want me to do?
Right.
But he's not saying what I let them do.
Yeah.
Like that's the mind-blowing situation with this.
Right.
That's how you know that he's polluted himself with other men's bread.
Yes, he has.
And he cares more about being liked and loved by this world than to be standing with his own people.
Yeah.
And that happens at every apex when it comes to our people. Eventually, it happens. You're going to have to make a choice. Am I going to stand with my people, or am I going to care about being liked by everybody?
Right.
And Christ didn't care about being liked by everybody.
You
understand? That's why that scripture right there. Every time that scripture gives me clarity. Every time I read that scripture about the love of this world, I have to reevaluate myself. And I'm saying, man, do this world love? You know what I'm saying? I got to make sure I don't go across that threshold. Because when this world starts loving you, you already out of bounds. You're already out of bounds, man.
Christ said, beware of them that do love you. He said, for they, I'm paraphrasing, they loved your forefathers whom they killed.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all know that scripture. Blocking to cut you off. Go ahead.
I'm off of
Can I just add something to what you're saying? What you're saying is so heavy. Like black people should have been able to give him the answer. We should have been saying what we want you to do to never let nothing like to commit to us that you never will allow somebody to do that on some show that you're operating over, that you will never take the modern day lynching of George Floyd like it was nothing. You
Yeah.
understand? Like it was a light thing. That should have been said to him. And also too, somebody mentioned Richard Pryor, and that's a noble mention of Richard Pryor. But Richard Pryor was brought in to tear down the morals of black people. Like Richard Pryor, you know, he was an amazing comedian. I'm not taking nothing away from his comedic ability, but Richard Pryor was one of the main tools that Esau used to destroy our morals. And the reason he wanted to destroy our morals to get us involved in drugs and porn. You know, black people were some innocent people, man. And we were very innocent in the 60s and 70s. For those that was on the tip of those times, they would know what I'm talking about. Even Richard Nixon, as racist as he is, they just revealed one of his tapes recently where he said, you know, I like black people. They're so nice and morally nice, and they're such decent people, and they this and they that, but they just can't run anything. We can't have them running things. Some of you might have seen the tape already.
Yeah.
Where, you know, I mean, he knew that we was capable, but they knew also that if you let us run those things, we'd be running the whole damn country. You know what I mean? And so what they did was they brought in, and it's always the so-called small hats. They brought them in. They brought in Richard Pryor, and they were pushing and fighting the same way they were trying to push porno into the white areas. But they didn't want to push it in the black areas because they didn't want black people wanting these white girls in Playboy magazine and Hustler magazine. So they pushed that to white people. But to further demoralize the morals of black people, they brought in Richard Pryor and these sketchy jokes and sketchy talks and all of this that was so R-rated. And slowly but surely they chipped away at getting it into the ether. And once they got it in, by the time the 80s came, that's when they brought in the rap about murdering and killing and drugs and prostituting our women. But they started with people like Richard Pryor. When you go back and look at the history, it was just a walk-in of demoralization of us. Once again, you know what I'm saying? We don't have none of our own radio stations anymore. So some big record company can come around now and give us Sexy Red talking about having sex on her monthly and all kind of nasty, disgusting shit. And then you see a whole bunch of pictures of her half naked and everything else. They setting the standard and the flow of and the trend of how our women act in their everyday life. Like we got to take back our own scenario. You know what I'm saying? Like they put a presidential candidate up that talked about us killing our own babies. Like it was a good thing for us to do. You know what I mean? To go to Oprah Winfrey did it too. Remember Oprah Winfrey got up there and said to celebrate abortion.
Yeah.
What that rotten piece of garbage said. He said we should say, can you find that from Mashak by any chance? Mashak still with us?
Yeah, can say.
If you can pull that one up out, because he got up there and said we should celebrate abortion. Like what a Trojan horse, like you brought out earlier, into the black community. You're gonna do so. You're gonna push something like that on us and make it like it's a good thing. Well, they did the same thing with Richard Pryor and used comedy like they do in a lot of things to get us to accept it. And sure enough, Richard Pryor was so goddamn funny, you couldn't even resist the damn thing because of the jokes he was making was so damn good. You know what I'm saying? And they paid him handsomely for being able to break into the black community, man. So it's sad. It's sad to find out that so many people whom we loved and thought was great were really being used to, you know, destroy us, really being used to wipe us the hell out, really being used to destroy our morals. Because you need to destroy morals of a people if you're going to attack and destroy them. Because if you don't do that, then when you come to do something evil to them, they're going to see how immoral it is and they're going to rebel. So you got to make it like they are immoral so that when you do these things, it looks like it's necessary to stop crime. It's necessary in the war on drugs. It's necessary, blah, 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 when really you demoralizing us so that you can destroy us, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's evil as hell in this world. And thanks be to the Lord, this is not the last world that we are going to be in. This world gonna get wiped out, and the new world is coming, which is gonna be ruled by Christ. Michelle, tell me if you got it. No go.
It lost. I think they
Those
done.
ways, it goes back a little ways, and I think they sanitized the web with it anyway.
Yeah, I think they
So
took it
why
off.
though?
Cancer. General, if I could, I just wanted to this last video here, just to give a little insight into more insight into this mind of Kevin Hart that I think people don't most people may not really know. This is him on his private jet. Now he always talk about his team. He have this group of fellas who he grew up with in Philly. He kind of take them along, so he says. And this guy is his, I guess, his personal trainer, because the brother is into athletics and physiotherapy, and he's into that whole physical aspect. And him and this guy get into a full-out verbal fight on the plane and a damn near physical fight. And listen to what Kevin Hart said to him.
Me and my guy Eric, you don't take shots. So me and Eric will take shots.
I don't give a fuck.
Shut up, bitch.
You're gonna lose. I guarantee you that.
Boss, do you think you're rich?
I'm not rich.
Do you think you're wealthy? Everything stops today. You can live forever?
Nigga, I work every day.
I said if everything stops. Stop! If everything stops
I'm
today,
good.
fuck me, fuck everything else.
I've had money before you and gonna have money
me,
after you.
Fuck everything. If everything stops today, can you survive?
Yes.
You're a liar.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Do you have a home?
I make more money on training.
Do you have a home?
What are you talking about?
Do you have a home?
Tell me.
Do you have a home?
You are dumb.
Just say
Because
yes or
the
no.
fact that you're trying to tell me that I can't survive makes
Ronald
you
Boss
dumb
Everline.
as fuck.
Ronald, do you have a home?
That's dumb as fuck.
Do you have a home?
I've been making money way.
In general, Kevin Hart is belittling him, and nobody.
Like what a rotten motherfucker to be a wealthy man. And listen, in front of two women.
Yep. And one of them is, I think, the brother's wife.
Like, you humiliate him in front of his wife. You is a rotten piece of shit.
Yep.
Excuse my French. Like, you're going to do that to a poor man that works for you, or a poor man that grew up with you? You're going to do, like, what the fuck did he do to deserve you to just humiliate him in front of his woman? Like that's what I'm saying, man. These rotten motherfuckers out. Eventually, man, the Lord's going to do away with these fools. And I ain't going to feel no kind of way about it.
Like, let me tell you a little more.
That is the most horrible thing in the world. Like, and I'm going to get past you right now. And here's the thing. This rotten motherfucker don't even feel Salaki. I'm messing up the whole tape of the show. After this,
you need to hear it.
Here's the thing. This rotten bastard don't even feel like taking care of black people, let alone somebody he know is his responsibility.
Yep.
And when he want to check the cat, he don't check him about what's really bothering him. He go and humiliate him for not having the wealth that Kevin Hart got by whoring himself out.
Right.
Like, man, and of course the world would love this fool after Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
This right here is a bankrupt, is a morally bankrupt human being. So I yield.
Let me go ahead. Go ahead, Cap.
I just want to make a point if I could, Cap.
Please.
Like, okay, now remember the roast. Okay, he's allowing the other man to insult him. But now in a card game, when the man is beating him in the card game and just talking, he won't allow that.
Yeah.
He will chastise him about his welfare, his living situation on a private jet. Of course, that he owns. Like that's the point I'm talking about. Like he's willing to go at him, but not go at the man. Go at Esau.
Right. Yes.
He don't have that. You know why? Because it shows who he really loves. You're supposed to be a yes man or a con man. That's what you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be you're supposed to be a servant to me, not a brother. Like that is what the hell you got going on with these black celebrities, man. You understand?
Right.
And the people
like this cat thinks he's supposed to win the card. Like this cat's supposed to throw the card game.
Yeah, he beat
the same way he sells himself out. He wants this cat to sell himself out in the card game. Like and I think that was one woman. I think the other cat just looked like halfway like a woman. His face all pushed up like a woman.
He high, so he high up there.
What that is? Because he in there looking, a mess.
And Joe, ain't nobody step in and say nothing. Ain't nobody tell him, man, you're going too far.
That's it.
Nobody said nothing.
Nothing. They stay quiet because they all want to make sure that check coming. Only this brother, the balls, the cojones, the integrity to be like, hold up, nigga, you ain't gonna talk to me like that.
Exactly. Exactly. Like they ain't nobody saying nothing. And there's a quote that says, when your dog barks at you, somebody else is feeding the dog. He'll bark at his people, but he won't bark at them. Where's that same energy?
Right.
Like that. I yield.
And Handcap, what would be good too? You know what I mean? I know Video Man, but when the video he did on
Breakfast Club?
On the Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
When he said, "What you want me to do?"
Hey, do that. Yeah, do this thing here.
Play that shit. Play that shit right there. What you want me to do? Play that shit right there.
Right. Yep.
Heavy. Understand?
Heavy.
Do what that brother is doing right now.
Yeah.
Defending his integrity.
Yeah.
Because you trying to throw money on him. Like they made him cower down on set for money. This brother here ain't cowering down for money.
No.
He had the money. He beat him in the card game so bad. The money stacking up in the corner right there.
Yeah.
I'm talking mess to him.
But it's if you've seen the whole thing, because I've seen the whole thing, because this is when Kevin Hart was filming the whole journey, everything he'll do on the radio. The whole thing, Kevin Hart started the whole thing. Like the general was saying, something else is bothering him. And as he gets in more drunk, more the demon coming out.
Yeah.
If I could play the rest of it, because they get to fisticuffs, so they have to land the play.
Oh boy.
Have a home. Just say yes or no.
The fact that you're trying to tell me that I can't.
Listen, he equating it to you have a home, just like you see that movie Roots with Fiddler with the wooden floor.
Yeah,
things that matter to this coon, and this brother is like, listen, I'm gonna be fine. I'm doing so and so. Like this level of the success they think we should have, and what we really should have as level of success is two different things.
Ronald, boss, Everline.
Fuck.
Ronald, do you have a home?
That's dumb as fuck.
Do you have a home?
I've been making money way before this.
Why aren't you answering the question?
You sound dumb.
Ronald.
No, I'm serious. I don't care shit.
Fuck you.
Fuck you and everything.
Oh,
Stand the fuck down, man.
You
You out of line, man. You think you make a fucking fucking bro. You out of line, man. You out of line, bro. I don't care, bro. Stop. You want to fucking that, bro?
They get to full fisticuffs. And I don't know if you see right here in the background. Hold on, let me see if I could pause it. There's some devil on the plane in the background here, and he just
fuck you.
Stand the fuck down, man. You out of line, man.
There's a devil right here, and he just ignoring the shit. Let the monkeys trip him out.
Yeah, he probably was the one instigating it in Kevin Hart's ear all week.
All week, count.
Waiting for him to snap.
Right. Yep. And they got a full fisticuffs over the thing Kevin Hart had, because it was people came at him for how he treated the brother. Because this is one of his loyal men. He, physical trainer, launched his own brand, all that type of thing. And the way he talked to him is like he talking down. And then Kevin Hart came out later and apologized, and he said he'd never do it again. But this is who he is. That's him.
And that's why, like Cat Williams, like, okay, I got a level of respect for Cat Williams. You know what I'm saying? I don't agree with everything he say, but one thing I can say about Cat Williams, he don't give a damn about no industry.
Right.
That's one thing I can say about Cat Williams. Like, he made peace with that cat on that same roast, but like he don't give a damn about their ass. He gonna say what you know what I'm saying? He gonna keep it all the way on his level, how he feel about it. But that right there, like, that is just showing you where his level of aggression is. He has that level. He don't have that same energy against them when they joking about another brother that lost his life.
Yeah.
You gonna say what? And that was the heavy point, Captain. I thought about. Why don't you do that? Why don't you turn that? Oh, you only got that for people that you, and then gonna say the man is unhoused. you don't have a house. You understand? Because he
Talk
beat you
about
in the game.
humiliation.
Let me tell you something, man. Your integrity is worth everything, man. The Bible says a poor man with his integrity is worth more than a rich man. It's way
right.
more worth than a rich man. That's one thing you got to have in this life is your integrity. That has to go with you to the grave.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's not an accessory. That has to be undetachable. That's what the hell you dealing with these goddamn celebrities and all these people up in this goddamn world, man, who love this world. You understand? And people like him are a dime a dozen in Hollywood and in that realm.
Yep. If I could, Salaki Cap, go ahead.
No, they said to other to Officer Hawo. He sent me the video Joe was asking about, I think, with Oprah Winfrey.
Oprah. Okay, I pulled the article up. It's not a video, it's just the article.
Okay.
It's just the article with the shouty abortion, but it's not the video.
Okay.
If I could, General, too, like even like we see it in our communities. Everybody knows some brother who makes something out of nothing, starts some business, whether it's selling cars or driving or cooking food or something, and he have a crew he starts with, and they'll talk about, man, look where we came from, look what we could do now. Listen, this is what I want to get next is this and that. Instead of him saying, man, hey, listen, I have this move I want to make. I want this gonna pay us all. Everybody gonna be able to have a house. We're gonna be set for life. Instead of doing that and showing where we come from, you now trying to take a leg up on him because you're such a little man. You're such a small man. Your spirit is so dark that you miles high in a private jet and you still got to hate a black man. Like this is absolutely unbelievable. It's absolutely and more and more, General, for sure. You'll always say it. But you can't, outside the truth, there's nothing.
Yeah.
Outside these doors, there's no integrity, there's no brotherhood, there's no loyalty, there's no discretion. There's none of that.
Yeah. I wonder if he would have ever said that to a white man he playing cards with.
Right. Yeah. Right.
He would have never said that to no white man. You have a house. Can you survive after this? He would never say that to him. His career would have been over.
Yeah.
Been over that night.
The scriptures say the foxes have holes, but the Son of Man don't have a place to lay his head. Christ didn't have a house too. What does that mean about Jesus Christ, Kevin Hart?
Come on,
exactly.
What does that mean about him? Like these Christians got to go, man. These rich Negroes, their time is up. I'm really happy Trump's stressing them to hell out. It's a pity it's at the expense of our brothers, but we're gonna get through this thing. We're gonna band together and get through this thing. But these Negroes, they got to stay on that side of the fence when things get separated.
Yeah. Make a goddamn donation and shut your damn mouth.
That's right.
That's it. So Rocky, that was it. I just wanted to show that just to get the backdrop on this bastard here. He played all smooth and shit, but he a little bit of liquor getting him. He turned on the men who he grew up with. The men who was his friends when his family fell apart. He always talk about his family falling apart and his uncle and his father. He make jokes about all of them.
Yeah.
But these brothers stood with him and took care of his father and his mother, and that's how you go at these men.
That's right.
They say you're angry with them. The brotherhood's supposed to make you benefit of the doubt or carry the grief, the gripe in a different way.
Right.
This one here, man.
Deshaun 1144 says something good. Says somebody needs to tell Kevin to be careful how he treats people on your way up, because you may meet them again on your way down. That's very commonly known.
That's right.
Gravity.
You acting like that, you know what I mean? Because you can, especially when you getting your money from your slave master. You know what I'm saying? That's why the Lord said, "Go now to thy lovers."
That's right.
See what they shall say. Lord said, "Thy lovers shall turn on you." You know what I'm saying? Like your lovers gonna turn on you, man.
Yeah.
Like we have, we got such lack of love for ourselves, and we only get that love through your house shot. Like such a great king to give us the tools that we need to bring our brotherhood together so strong that we help ourselves so well that the Lord take it up and become an enemy to our enemy and a friend to our friend, and deliver the 12 tribes of Israel to the kingdom of heaven promised by our forefathers, man. You know what I mean? Yeah. Sound like Muhammad wanted to hear about Adrian Bronner. Y'all want to go another one?
I'm with it.
I definitely want to talk about this. If you're up for it, if not, so we could do it next week.
I done already done embarrassed myself cursing these people out. I'm out to just hang around a little longer. Don't hurt.
So I'm all the way on that shit. Yeah, you know, the algorithm. The algorithm.
Yeah.
We could hold it for next week, sir. But
no, we might as well. You know what I mean? Since the brother asked, you know.
Can't say.
Muhammad 5672 asked. So.
So I definitely want to touch on it a little bit because the Adrian Broner, he you know, this week or last week or something, he making appearances on podcasts for a while. He did one last year with Cameron and Mace on their show, and he's on this latest podcast with this young girl who, you know, she's a streamer, but really she, you know, semi OnlyFans type shit because of, you know, advertising with the clothes and how she dressing and doing all those things. But he's there, I guess, as a guest on whatever show they're there, and she gets up to walk past him, and he reaches out and touches her butt cheek, you know, with really no kind of control or anything. You know what I mean? And this guy here, like I looked at this thing. So if I could, I looked at this thing real. I'm like, okay, he's definitely out of control. No self-control. But this here is what the men of the land do. This here is what, like how in Leviticus 18 it say all these things the men of the land do. The land is defiled. Like Trump said, grab them by the PUSSY. Remember that?
Yeah.
He said, grab them by the PSSY. Weinstein had the casting couch. Epstein had the island. Diddy had the freak offs. Like this is much more normal in America than you think. What he did here, this is way much more normal because this is the vile kingdom. It has become the home of every foul beast. And because we don't come out of her, my people, we taking part in her plagues and her sins. Like he's doing what's American culture. He's sitting on that couch with his chest out like he's in a strip club. And she walked past and that tail swinging, and he could not help himself to violate her. He couldn't help himself because he too has been violated. This is a absolutely broken man right here. Because when he was young, somebody would tell him take his shirt off. He'd walk past, somebody would grope him as he walked past. Somebody would out of pocket stuff to him. So he don't have a sense of boundary. No boundary was ever made for him. So he don't have no sense of it now. And as a grown man, he can't even check himself, even when he's checked himself. Even when somebody is checking him, he can't even do it. Because this is not his first time being out of pocket with a sister, sir.
It's not. Oh, I didn't know
that. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you this. There's a time before that we know about, but I don't even know if that's the first time. But this here is an interview he had with on Cameron and May's show, and he could not.
Who is this cat? Is he a boxer? What is he?
He's an ex-boxer.
Oh, okay.
He's an ex-boxer, and you know they would interview him because he's very controversial. He's very you know, he talk a lot of shit. He talk a lot of shit. That's the best way I could describe it.
Yeah.
He talk a lot of shit. So of course having him on is good for content.
Got you.
You know what I mean? It's just somebody who talk a whole lot. So as he's on the show with Cameron and Mace, the girl in the middle, I think she's related to one of these brothers, either the cousin or the niece or something. But she has a man, and he's backstage. Cameron already told. Go ahead, sir.
Her man is backstage.
Her man is backstage.
Okay.
Apparently he comes to the set every now and then, but he's there. Cameron already told Adrian Broner hey, this girl, she off limits because he finds her attractive. He said, listen, she off limits. Her man is back there. You got to have some respect. So throughout the interview,
does he say this on the show?
He told him it before, but then he says it after too when Adrian Broner couldn't help himself. So let me play. Let me see if I can find that part.
Jones, you look dead on her.
Hey, the welterweight division.
If you're gonna say Coco Jones,
yes,
then I've been told that a lot.
Yeah,
Coco Jones,
you look.
Hey, baby.
Man, hey, you look like that singer, and you know who I'm talking about. I'm pretty sure you heard it before.
If you're gonna say Coco Jones,
yes,
then I've been told that a lot.
Yeah,
Coco Jones,
you look dead on her.
Hey, the welterweight division.
So that there is he making remarks about the sister and her beauty. So Cameron trying to save the interview. So he said, "Yo, the welterweight division trying to move on."
And this part don't look like he got it all together.
He drunk on the show for sure.
Oh, okay.
He fully drunk. But also, as you saying, he ain't all the way there. He depressed and they touted him as the next Mayweather. So his head is swollen off of that thing. He ain't dealing with the failure in the ring too well. But he was broken before that, and his deviancy shows it.
You could tell he got some issues.
He definitely has some issues. So, and I wouldn't doubt the boxing was part of the therapy to deal with being violated.
Yeah,
to man him up, to toughen up, boy.
He admitted to being violated in his youth.
See,
I'm asking you.
No, I don't know. I've never heard him say it.
Okay, but you assuming based on his behavior.
Based on his behavior, there's something definitely he done had to deal with, and because of that, because he wasn't safe, nobody's safe.
What do you think about it right now?
What you waste that?
There he is again, talking to the girl.
I'm not gonna sit my weight on camera.
Yeah, that's like crazy.
I'm not gonna answer that. No, the way I'm supposed to be. But the welterweight division,
right? Stat. I love you. The guy. I'm sorry. My bad, y'all. My bad.
And what about with Floyd?
Right. So now Cameron is getting upset because he can't stop, and he's saying these things. And the girl husband backstage, Cameron already talked to him, say he going, make sure she's treated right. So he getting upset now. The interview went on for a little while, but this is towards the end when
if I could, she is for sure acting like a chicken head.
Kind of one kind.
She's sure acting like she ain't repelling these advances. She surely ain't acting like she's offended by him. You know what I'm saying? Like laughing and stroking your hair while some pervert is talking about you in a sexual way is probably not the best way to respond.
Kind of. No, people for sure were saying that part too about her, like her response. It didn't seem like she was, pushing back enough. Right. It could be her age because she's a young girl. Like they're all around the same age, but it could be because she's young. I don't know. But I definitely agree. If she have any kind of couth about her, she would just, So this now he fully crossed the line here, and Cameron had enough of him.
Okay,
About that, Nick.
I'm all right. Yeah.
All right. Sorry about that. And I ain't trying to come at you, but that's my sister too. So
yeah.
All right. All right, yo.
I'm sorry.
Okay, I'll bring Arabia back in.
Yeah, hey. Because we said Mama Cincinnati Bengal fan too. So you got it first.
I like the way he handled that. That was pretty well handled.
He definitely stepped to him, but he gonna step to him some more.
So that was a real polite way of telling him, stop the bullshit.
I can't talk. I mean, all right, you told me to stop. My bad, bro. You're amazing.
All right, hey, we gonna have to ask you to go, my nigga. I have to ask you to go, man. I'm gonna pay you for your time, for being here. I appreciate you. But I love you, my nigga.
I'm not doing it again.
Yeah, no. I can't. I asked you the first time. I don't have no problems with you. But I'm gonna pay you for your time. But you can't violate, bro. I told you that.
I'm not, though. I'm not.
Nah, I told you niggas boyfriends in here. You know when my brother
shit, my bad, bro. My bad.
Nah. But I appreciate your time.
It's me.
Nah, I mean, well, if you want to wait for us outside, you could. But I'm not gonna sit in and not value your time neither.
That's why I love you, Cam. You a good nigga, man.
Appreciate you, bro. Thank you. You want to wait for me? Good, but I appreciate it, bro. You gotta jump out. Thank you, man. Well, yeah, no problem.
Welcome back. Now,
Right. So the general, he just got up, paid him his money, and asked him to leave because it's too much of a violation, and that's kind of how you had to deal with somebody like that. Like, it's because you can't be around people. I had to give you a lollipop and tell you, go on the swing outside. I had to give you some candy and tell you go over here and go over there because you can't be controlled. You're not listening, and you can't control yourself. So now you can't be around the people. You can't be around people. And Cameron used the word violate. You can't violate like that because, in the industry, they already know how he is. So that's why they had to have a talk with him. Remember, it's just like in the Hebrew Israelite world. We'll know what's going on with, Peggy, man. We'll know what's going on with GMS. We'll hear. So if they're wrong, you kind of know, okay, this was what he's prone to do. They know what he's prone to do. And Cameron had to step in there to now defend this girl. But in the other video, in the other scenario, nobody was there to defend this girl here. Like, she had to have, her ass groped because, the whole land is defiled. This is the way of America. Nobody ain't gonna do nothing. If money is involved, just let it happen. The deviancy gets to, be proliferate all over the place without being checked. And life goes on. That's it. Life goes on. But this brother here is absolutely broken. He's for sure been violated before. He's been molested, which is why he's so broken. That boxing was everything to him because it took him away from that hurt. And because he couldn't succeed in the boxing due to discipline, now he's back to nothing again and just being a whole menace and a deviant. Normally somebody would break his hands for this shit, bust his face up for this right here. You don't know if this girl have a man or not. Neither do you care. Because on the Cameron and May show, they told you she has a husband and he's backstage. You wouldn't stop. You wouldn't stop. And the way how Cameron dealt with the general was so right. That was real brotherly and strong where you want to fuck him up. You want to violate him.
Yeah.
But you don't do it. You just realize this. He can't be on set. He tell him wait outside. He couldn't even wait on the set. You go outside, man. Go wait outside. Go play in the back with the puppies and them. Go. You can't be around right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You the brothers and sisters out there, you should not be this type of person. You shouldn't be him, and you sisters, you shouldn't be her. You shouldn't be in there in a room full of men dressed half naked. And then normally, you all know I always go hard on the sisters so much they think I hate women. But I would now skip past what she has on for this sake. If this girl had on a top and a tent with a pillowcase over her head, he'd have still violate her.
Yeah.
He's an absolute deviant. He cannot control himself. And you are some young teenage girl who looking more mature than she is, he's going to find himself attracted to her. He's going to do it because he's been violated. He doesn't understand that the boundaries, where they stop and where they begin. So lucky.
That's right.
If everybody want to jump in. If not, if we good there, Akim, I'm to warp to rolling.
Hey, you said it there, Kyle.
Most
I mean, because as you're saying, like, I mean, no matter what she had on, he was going to do that. He just Like you could like the two different sets, and they could clearly see he cannot control himself.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like he needs to stay home. You know what I mean? He don't need to go, you know what I mean, nowhere unless he get some type of therapy or something. You know what I mean? But because he is going to, because I look him up. He have you know what I mean, quite a few court cases that he had to pay a woman.
Yeah, he definitely don't got the discipline. I would tell him come to class, but he might end up hurt. He might end up hurt. He could learn online though. He could learn online, and over time he might be able to get fixed and come in Hebrew Academy and get fully right and get that demon vanquished for him. But I ain't sure he could survive in a class because this thing in here, that's not, certain things is not tolerated in here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not tolerated at all. You brothers make sure you controlling yourself, because that thing, to be that, loose and out of control, you're a menace. You're really a liability to your friends, to your family, to yourself. You're looking to get hurt. The demon wants you to get hurt. You know what I mean? So I think the general says Salaki, he lost the signal.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to go ahead and wrap if it's to I think everybody under some stress tonight. A warrior, I think his internet went down and never came back. You all know they've been flashing me for the last couple hours. The whole block in darkness. Yeah, I'm gonna be sitting by the window tonight. Come on through. Go ahead and pull up. Go ahead and pull up. Do a man in motion if you want to. Do a man in motion if you want to.
It's like that. When they say, who want to romp with me?
Listen,
who want to romp with me? That camera, when he got that, he said, hey, look, he said, who want to romp with me? Damn right.
I'm trying to tell you, if that's what they're doing, let me know. I got the light. Don't worry about it. When you see that beam, you see that the Biggie Smalls thing, they see the beam and they say, oh shit, you got one too. Don't worry. I know just what to do with all that darkness. Go ahead and play if you want to. I'm just getting you fair warning. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and roll to water for everybody coming through, the whole crew. Don't forget Command Yahanna gonna be in DC this weekend. We're gonna be doing DC tour Saturday and Sunday. Gonna be up in Baltimore for the Feast of First Fruits. We started at 5 p.m. 5 p.m. Akim, you'll make your way down there. General gonna be rocking it out. Also this Friday, General Mahaiman gonna be in DC doing a special edition scripture breakdown class Friday night 7 p.m. right here in DC. Or come on through, man. We're gonna have a ball. We're gonna make the weekend, insane.
Damn right.
So big up the whole crew who always on the inside. Captain Nathak holding us down from the Carolinas. You all know Captain Kahan running it down and staying away. We are we are Captain Sawap. Salaki, Kahan Salaki. I'm mixing it up. Kahan holding on the south. Yeah, I mean Salaki. It's late. Captain Sawap holding it down from Trinidad. Right. Yeah, Officer Kazaga Ahmad holding down DC and Baltimore. Warrior was here earlier as well. Sak G was here earlier as well. Brothers have to roll out. And of course, Commanding General Yahanna, I'll give one courtesy salute. I know he's still watching Aluapan. Yeah. Barack. Yeah, how about you know what I mean? Yeah, Jumita. So we're gonna roll out with that. Don't forget, pay your tithes.
That's right.
Sending 10% of your increase on earnings to the priests and prophets of the Lord. And with that, shalom.
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 I'd rather die like a man than live like a coward. There's a ghetto up in heaven and it's ours. Black power, 144,000. I'm just trying to make 144,000. 144,000. I'm just trying to make 144,000. One body, one faith, one Lord. Feel like I can take over the world with one sword. Y'all know what we do. Y'all know what we came to do. Huh? You young niggas ain't on it too. Oh, you think I'm bullshitting? Wait till I get with ya. If I gotta go to ground, I'ma shut the town down. I ain't about to stop until I hit sand down. All you gonna see is a lot of men down. You dealing with the men of war. We at war. I sided with the Lord, of course, on one accord. We ain't never stopping now. You running now. All my niggas go to ground. We go to ground. You dealing with the men of war. We at war. I sided with the Lord, of course, on one accord. We ain't never stopping now. You running now. All my niggas go to ground. We go to ground.
We are not the same. No, we not related. I'm not stuck on living. Death is a vacation. My camp undefeated. You cannot debate it. You just want the clout. We just want the greatest. I'm just trying to get it. If not, I'm trying to take it. I say fuck the devil. You think I'm talking Satan? One West in my blood. I'm a UPK creation. We don't give a fuck. You can see it in our faces. Got it out the mud. Straight up out the basement. The world done made me crazy. The world done turned crazy.
You dealing with the men of war. We at war. I sided with the Lord, of course, on one accord. We ain't never stopping now. You running now. All my niggas go to ground. We go to ground. You dealing with the men of war. We at war. I sided with the Lord, of course, on one accord. We ain't never stopping now. You running now. All my niggas go to ground. We go to ground.
You see me riding with them people I be sliding with. We take the truth, ain't no denying it. It's this fire I spit, I got that line script. I put that pressure on them, about to put extra on them. This how the Lord is doing you. Boy, I tried to warn you. We go to ground, I own your time, yeah. You wanna blaze, we in them last days. They tried to keep my niggas locked up in them cages, yeah. I'm in pages, yeah. In them scriptures, yeah. I'm gon' flip it, yeah. I got that shit rockin'. I got that bulletproof heart and spirit, yeah. Retarded with this Glock, I'm gon' give it to you. You with them niggas that's gon' go to ground. Take over and you know your place. Make no mistakes. There ain't gon' be no trace. Ain't gon' be nothing left. Spit to my last breath. Boy, better watch yourself. I'm coming